Welcome to this week's episode of the Have a Word podcast, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Adam Rowe, and that's Dan, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Dan Nightingale. This is our podcast.
It is. We're both going on tour separately. You start in August, I start in September. Going all over the gaff. Tickets for my tour at adamrowe.co.uk and tickets for Dan's tour at
DanNightingale.com.
Ahead of that, you've got some previews coming up, danspreviews.com.
Yeah, very few tickets left, but tickets are selling out for both these tours. Get them now to avoid disappointment.
And of course, if you're a long-time listener of Have a Word, you will know that we have got one of the biggest and best Patreons on the planet and the biggest in the United Kingdom. 23,000 and counting, starting from just £3 a month. You get an absolute belter of a deal from us. Not only do you get early access to these public episodes, but you get an extra episode every single week, which is where we save our naughtiest humour for. And on top of that, every single month, you get a special. You get a brand new special every single month. Back catalogue included.
Legendary. The Nashville special was huge. We went to Amsterdam. We've done 2 ghost hunts. We've taken over a restaurant. And there's loads more on top of that. I think we're up to something like 20 plus Patreon specials. And then the famous lock-ins when we get hammered in here with our mates. Some of the best podcasting we've ever done.
Patreon.com/haveawordpod. Sign up for just £3 a month. You do get more benefits the more you sign up for, but everyone gets all of the content that we put on there. And on top of that, you get early access to tickets for our shows, for the podcast live shows, and sometimes we do small events and they sell out immediately on Patreon. So if you want to be in the room for those, you've got to be a Patreon. Patreon.com/haveawordpod. Sign up now and enjoy this episode. We've already recorded it.
It's going to be a belter.
Wag wag leads, you're listening to the funniest podcast in the game from the heart of Liverpool with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped, the very best products on the market for below the waist grooming.
Go Ed, get on me.
Barry fucking DODDS, mate.
Dan fucking Nightingale.
Adam's away at the Edinburgh Festival. He's just trying to make it in this industry. It's tough, man, and he just needs a break. Yeah. But I think Channel 5 are all over him.
He's hustling, isn't he?
Oh, he's flying every day for 4 hours.
Yeah.
So while he's away, we've got my old fucking bezo in comedy, Barry DODDS.
Thank you very much for having me. Hello, everyone. It's a genuine pleasure to be, because the last time I sat in this seat was back in
January. I feel like Adam was in New York.
No, it was in the old studio.
It was.
Yeah,
it was. Yes, that was in the old studio.
Oh, Adam was in New York January
last
2022.
2022, yeah.
Oh, that fateful trip to New York.
That's when it all
content. I tell you what, heartache and content. That was what that holiday was called.
And then he came back and I was like, right, get in a dungeon. Go and sit in there on your own with a camera for 5 minutes. And then
my favourite special, by the way.
Ghost Hunt 2.
My favourite. Ghost Hunt 2 is my favourite special.
Do you know, I sent him a message. I left him a voicemail after I watched Juicy. And because I knew something had happened because, you know, it got mentioned. He was obviously a bit down, but I didn't know the extent of it.
He did a sterling job of keeping that together. What you didn't
remarkably.
See, I mean, he showed, you could tell, and I think like people who listen to the pod properly sort of could piece it together. If you go back and watch the Ghost Hunt 2 on our Patreon, Barry sets all the Ghost Hunts up, and they're some of the very first out of studio Patreon special was the Ghost Hunt, and then the Ghost Hunt 2. You could tell, and you can looking back, but I remember being there going, like, I acted the twat a little bit more than usual because I was like, he isn't right. You could tell, and he was there, but he wasn't there.
Yeah, and then we did something bad to him.
But I didn't, because I didn't know the extent of it. And then of course I watched Juicy, and I was like, oh, hang on. Then he came and went into the castle, and I left him a voicemail just saying, look, I'm really sorry if I was dismissive of you, because
it wasn't your job.
Having a hard time. I still feel bad about that bit where I'm winding you up about the thing falling down the hole.
It was all fire. There's such a good. If you haven't watched it as a Patreon or as a non-Patreon, go and watch Ghost Hunt 2. It's my favourite.
I mean, our Patreon is getting so ridiculous now that if you are into the pod and you're like, I just don't. There's so much on there now. Is there like 20
20 odd specials.
With the that's going on, I think it's up to 26, is it?
It's not done.
With the bleep that.
But I'll believe that,
Yeah. We didn't say that.
with the master bakers.
With Fake It Till You Bake It, which
Nice.
I can't believe I didn't float initially.
Oh, that's great.
With Master Bakers, I don't know why. What did I say before? Something
I
offensive.
don't know.
I think it's up to like 26 specials, and the Ghost Hunt is so watchable. I have a little bone to pick with you about that.
Yes.
I have a tattoo on my bottom of a dead piglet that I sent to its maker. I sort of drowned it in poop. We did a Christmas live show a while ago, and in honor of Runty,
Yeah.
one of my sort of most famous stories on pod, I thought it was going to be a shout out Chongqing tattoo. So in the moment, quite a lot of relief that it is just R.I.P. Runty.
Oh, wow.
Now, when we were there at Chillingham Castle, Barry's second home, because he loves ghost nonsense, you were like, hey, there's this, I'm going to do the impression. Ooh, fucking hell, lake, there's a lake. There's a haunted lake. Ooh, I couldn't go anywhere near it without fucking the ectoplasm, the pond scum, and the tadpoles. The ghosty tadpoles, right? And I couldn't give a shit about any of this stuff. And I was like, I'll dip my naked bollocks into that lake. Knowing I would have probably done this anyway. And we made a bet that you would, if I dip my naked, tiny, tiny little nads into that lake at midnight, that you would get a tattoo on your bottom in the same place. I think we agreed
Flockmaster nuts.
on what was the
Flockmaster nuts.
was there like logs there somewhere?
yeah.
Logs 50p or something, but we decided on Flockmaster nuts.
Flockmaster nuts.
I would like it
'cause
to
I
be
said it sounded
DJ
like,
Flockmaster
yeah,
nuts. Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
DJ, yeah. Because the bag that all the logs were in for the fire was called Flockmaster
Flockmaster
nuts
nuts,
because it's sheep feed.
Baz,
It
you
was-
owe me you owe me an anal tattoo.
I
Not
do
anal.
owe you a tattoo. Don't worry, I've not forgotten.
Have you not?
No, plenty of your fans remind me on a regular basis.
Oh, well, let's keep that alive.
Where's your fucking tattoo, la? I get that a lot. And do you know what? I was gonna have it done. I was gonna have it done at the arena show, but the timing just didn't work out because
I mean, it was one of the maddest shows we've ever done. And in my head, I was like, it could be done that we could do a tattoo at the back of the stage, just occasionally, maybe even have you read out a have a word while wincing through.
well, Dean works on my arse, yeah.
Nice.
As a tattoo with a
Hang on a minute.
I don't know what sound effect. I don't know what buttons they are. I haven't got them.
Yeah, it was mama like that. It didn't work out. But, because 5 came on and we were all absolutely shit-faced. 5 were already confused at the arena. You could see them like, I don't know what this is. They were chuffed. I think they were genuinely happy.
We liked them.
And
who the fuck is Flockmaster Nuts? We've worked in the music
there would have been a
industry
level
for
of
some years.
confusion as 3 of the band 5 wandered on past a Geordie man's naked white, I mean, honestly, painfully like fucking far right white ass was getting DJ Flockmaster Nuts. I mean, it's white. I'm just saying. It's just more, like on the Dulux color code. You are like, he's got some thoughts about immigration.
Problematic white.
Yeah,
From Dulux.
and I'm glad I didn't do it then, but you do owe me one. My daughter loves my bum tattoo. I'm just throwing that out there. Every time she's, and it's not all the time, but if ever I'm wandering to or from shower and she clocks the little pig tattoo, I think she sort of forgets it's there and she's like, Daddy's got a pig tattoo in his bottom. And you can see in her face, she's like, I know he's an idiot. I know, like, you cannot, like, the fun of the fact that I'm the person that's going to be raising her and be like, hey, these are the rules, but I also have a piglet tattoo on my bottom. I'm just throwing it out there.
I got a little bit nervous there when you
Euros.
mentioned it that Dean was going to appear from
Well, I
behind.
think what we should do is, because we've got ideas for Ghost Hunt 3,
Yes.
haven't we, next year?
Oh, have you? All right.
Obviously, you're involved.
All right. Okay.
I think
Well,
we should get
maybe.
it done then.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know any other ghost
Imagine if we
ghost
took
bummers.
another ghost bummers. I've gone ghost nonce, you've gone ghost bummer. If a ghost tried to be sexual with you, would you just let it happen through the just intrigue of like the paranormal? if there was a ghost came out of the walls like, my husband died 40 years before me.
When did she die?
What?
And how?
Why does that make a difference?
She was a suffragette. She got hit by
yeah.
a big cow.
Yeah, the famous cow. Yeah, one of the lesser known suffragette.
Yeah.
Some of them went to stand in front of horses. Others like, you know what? Those cunts are fast. I'll protest the dairy industry. They didn't die. Fell into a silo.
Because generally, ghosts tend to be like, if you've seen like Sixth Sense and that, you know, let me show you where my dad keeps the guns, and it's the little boy and he turns
euphemism?
around to the camera and is
Yeah, don't fuck them.
no. No, I mean, that's what I mean. You don't want.
Are there any naked ghosts?
Yes, there are in.
Yeah.
Well, there's no ghosts, but are there,
Hey!
are there stories of naked ghosts?
Controversial.
You're one of the only ones that's
I've seen a ghost and I don't believe in them.
What? How does that work?
Because I've said this last week. What I saw, people who believe in ghosts would have said was a ghost, but because I don't believe it was a ghost,
Okay, fair enough.
which
yeah.
is okay, isn't it?
Yeah, I would do the same. I'd find any reason to label it anything but a ghost.
Anything but a ghost.
So hang on, what's your era for shagging a ghost? I mean, is there a time like anything before the 60s? Yeah, like even with that.
I like the 80s look.
Even what? Big translucent bush? A big old 80s bush?
Are there 80s ghosts?
People who died in the 80s, maybe.
Yeah. but
Yeah.
I feel like ghosts are all like
Dead old.
hundreds of years ago.
Minus
There's no
fucking striking.
like disco ghosts.
Brixton riots. The fucking Toxteth riots.
Any Gen Z ghosts?
No, God.
What's Gen Z?
Oh, Barry. Do you know my favourite thing about having Barry on? Is like, compared to Adam, I'm like out of the loop, like, what? Barry's like, hey, what's Gen Z? Is that a zombie game?
It does
sound. Gen Z sounds like a zombie
It's
game.
the sort of thing I would play.
An 80s ghost. Eee.
But it's
All Geordie, all of them.
Jordy, it's funnier.
And you all make that
Relax, just do it.
who've we lost from the 80s? George Michael?
Right?
No, he didn't die in the 80s, though, did he?
He died about 6 years ago, didn't he?
Oh, no. But,
You have to have died in
sorry,
the
I was
80s.
thinking it was big in the
I love it how
80s.
you've gone for a gay
Google who
guy as
died
well.
in the 80s.
Well, if it's a ghost, I'm bisexual when it comes to the afterlife.
Biggest people died in the 80s.
Going for 1985.
Ronald Reagan.
Orson Welles.
Oh no, he didn't die in the 80s. Orson Welles.
Orson
Cool.
Welles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big lad.
Just type in 80s, Finn. Why
Yeah,
have you,
but
why have
because
you
I don't think that's going to be
hamstrung
specific
yourself
enough.
to a single year, sir?
I mean, literally tens of millions of people died, but we're going for the famous.
Oh, John Lennon.
John Lennon, there you go.
Yeah. Mae West.
Right.
John Lennon.
They're the only two people who died in the 80s. It's great. Yeah.
No, I'm trying to
I'd
find
let
a
John
lady
Lennon
for
have a
Barry.
go.
What?
For the story.
Imagine.
Oh,
Nice.
That's one
yeah,
of his
naked
songs,
ghosts.
you know.
What?
That's one of his songs.
No, I was just trying to say, imagine the situation.
That was number one when I was born. That's how old I am now.
What? Really?
Yeah.
What
But I was
yours?
only born 6 weeks after you.
Yeah.
I think it
Wait.
was. I think it was shut up your face.
That's confusing.
What's the matter, you? I don't know, respect.
Colonel Sanders died in the 80s.
What, KFC?
yeah.
Oh, he'd be a bit handsy though, wouldn't he? Come here,
Like an old prospector.
Oh, I think he. Come,
Were there any women who died in the 80s?
Nobody of
pathetic.
note.
Really offensive.
Oh,
Just suck off Colonel Sanders in the
Grace
afterlife.
Kelly.
Oh, she's quite of note.
Grace Kelly,
Didn't
yeah.
she marry a Monacan prince? Monarchies. What
A,
is it?
a Monacan?
What is it?
A Demonican. Yeah.
What is it?
From the Dominican Republic.
What is it? Mona what?
Monegasque. Shut up, Harry, with your degree from the proper uni in Sheffield.
Monegasque.
No, Dominican.
All right, here's one for you. This is one of the questions that I like. I do a ghost podcast, and now and again,
What's that called?
It's called "Is It Bollocks?" Where I'm trying to find out if it's all bollocks or not.
I've listened to a few of them on your
Have
Patreon.
you listened to- yeah.
I listened to the one with Dan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And one of the questions.
Oh, yeah, I've been on it.
He loves it.
Well, I
You
know.
should have was it?
No, because I listen all the time.
But one of my favourite questions is, because everyone gets the same questions, is what would you do if you were a ghost? So what would you do? You're a ghost. You don't have to adhere to the laws of physics or anything like that. What would you get up to as a ghost?
Are you allowed to go anywhere?
Yeah, just
Can you
go.
move stuff?
Yeah,
Oh, you can move stuff.
can interact.
Can you
interact
cup a breast?
potentially.
Okay, this is getting more interesting. All right, cool. I might haunt the David Lloyds.
Oh no, Dan! That's awful.
In the 80s, then it's fine, isn't it? Whoa, I cup a bush.
How about you, Cole?
What? So you can move through things and you can also touch them.
Yeah.
Wow. What would it do? Just do people's heads in like shops. Yeah.
See that's
It's just going fucking.
I go to like
He's
John
going
Lewis and just
decathlon.
keep turning the tellies off when you turn them back on. Keep opening the till and.
See, I'd go to places that you're not meant to go. Like, I'd love to go to Area 51,
Right.
And, have a mooch around there, and you
Yeah.
know, just see things you're not meant to see, like government stuff, some shit stuff, not just government stuff.
Are you? So ghosts can travel.
I'd love a look around the back of an Argos, for example.
Right, yeah,
that's-
same thing, innit?
Do you know what I mean?
The Area 51 Argos. You can get some mad shit there. How is that in your head? I'd love to go somewhere I'm just not meant to be. Area 51, see some mad shit, or an Argos storeroom. Wow, look at all this stuff.
Have you not seen in the Argos by Man? You can see the back of the Argos. It's all on like rails.
You can see a little bit of it.
Oh,
isn't
yeah,
it?
but as a
so
guy,
they
they're
want you to
hiding
see-
shit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what they want you to see. Yeah. But what really goes on at the back of Argos?
Just for the little pens, innit? Oh, no, they don't do that no more, do they? What about
Touch screen now, mate.
Don't work either.
No.
Fuck Argos. And leave up the prices. I've told you this, haven't I?
they're we're literally talking about
Just
a
obsolete.
dying
Yeah.
company.
Well, because
aren't we?
they've got stock now. Most shops don't have stock anymore. You have to order online and it comes in a couple of days. Because they hold stock, they've upped their prices going. If you want it today, you can pay an extra 20
I
quid.
think they've prolonged their death with that. We've talked about going in Currys before. We're like, oh, this printer's nice. And I'm like,
We haven't got it.
what do you think it's here? You fucking idiot.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
It's a warehouse of lies.
Yeah.
So
Argos has got some stuff. Jeff Bezos is not far away from going, if you order that, you'll have it in an hour. And then these shops are
Done.
fucked.
apart from CEX,
No, because I got to go somewhere.
that'll live forever.
Why?
CEX.
Because fucking goths like you are like, I can get £7.50 for this game. It still has value.
I remember trading me games in when I was a kid,
Oh.
and they fucking ripped you off. You go in like 40 games, going, I'm gonna get loads. And you go, we give you a £7 store credit.
Yeah.
Wait, lad, the plastic's worth more in the fucking box.
so we had Game and Game Station like
Oh, Game Station was
6
goated.
doors down
Yeah.
from each other. And Game Station used to go, if you get a receipt from Game,
A penny more.
they'll give you a quid more in
pound
real.
more, sorry.
Yeah. So I used to go to Game, get a receipt, go, I'm going to trade these in and go, you know what?
We're back in a bit.
I'll be back in a bit. Don't worry. I'll go back and I'll go to Game Station and get an extra quid.
Oh, you clever little fucker.
Getting it.
That's how you bought your first house, isn't it?
Yeah.
Smart,
What should have
smart
happened?
kid.
You should have played them off. You should have said to Game Station, you do this as well, or Game, and then just been a millionaire.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. I should have.
But
Give
you think they
6.2
worked out,
million?
like in one afternoon when one kid's on 137 grand. Like, can you give me? I know I've been out a lot. It's a weak bladder. Can I just come back?
I'll be back. It's
Just one sec. I know I've been doing this.
bag of receipts.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Sorry.
I know. Listen. This is the 137,000th time I've done this, but I'm going to be back in 2 minutes. CEX is going to live forever. What a fucking statement.
It will.
That
Phones-
not bulletproof glass, because everyone wants to steal an iPod Nano from 2011, don't they? Thank God
the
you've got
most
those.
unique smell in the world, CEX.
Goth sweat.
It's what?
The most. It's a smell I've not.
It's BO
sweat,
and cheap
buddy.
deodorant.
No, it's teenage boys' bedroom squared, innit? Because there's fucking
Yeah.
2 of them, or
Plus-
3 of them, or 4
Plus goth. Plus desperation.
Oh, yeah.
Plus bargain hunting.
Piercing.
Who do you reckon is the most likely out of us to get a job in CEX? Who do you reckon they'd go, yeah, maybe?
You.
Carl.
You, Finn?
Me?
You got-
I'm a famous goth hater. You'd see me coming.
It's the beard.
Wait, do you think I'm a goth?
No, but you're the most goth. Matthew. Oh yeah, it is Matthew.
Honestly,
Only because of his
Oh,
knowledge of
yeah.
everything.
Matthew, you could be king of the goths. It'd be a Fortune 500 company.
Hey.
Hey! He's not here, but he's here in spirit.
know what else will survive?
You, Finn, don't fucking throw around who'd work at CEX.
Wait, are we just talking about the four of us?
You're a young man.
That's Barry
You
then,
could
isn't
wear
it?
a sweaty hoodie.
Yeah, that's
couldn't
what I was asking.
Barry's a ghostman.
you? Yeah.
Ghostman.
Yeah.
I think Barry would just work there for free. Oh, thank you for letting me
The
have this
discount.
opportunity.
I just want to see round the back.
Stop pretending to be a ghost in the stock room.
I asked somebody, there was somebody at a gig once who worked, it was the CEX manager.
Wow.
And you know when you just think, right, fuck the gig off, I'm more interested, there's stuff I want to know. So I was
At
like,
what, on stage?
They
Yeah.
called him a gay
Oh,
goth.
right, yeah.
yeah, so I'm on.
I bet everyone who paid 14 quid a ticket was dead happy about that. Yeah, fuck the gig off. Let's learn about CEX.
It just happened. It happened the other night when I met a postman. I said, "Can you how does second class post work?
You just hold it longer?
just things you want to like. No
They just
one's
hold
ever.
it longer, buddy.
It's what?
They just hold it longer, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah, they'd be like a
They're not walking
priority
slower,
pile.
are they?
But I was like, what is it like the shit vans? Is it the new?
No, they just hold it
postman,
longer.
Like work experience.
I don't know
kids,
that. I've just
or-
answered it.
Yeah, there's first class postmen and second class postmen. First class postmen are fast, they're really smart. The second class postmen are like, "Ooh, stop
Like the
posting
ones
it
who-
in a fucking drain.
But it's anyway. So I derailed the gig by asking about that, and there was somebody who worked in CEX. So I was like, "What's the most money you've paid for something?" I said, "What's the weirdest thing you've ever bought?" And he said that they once bought in the Leeds store a roast dinner.
What?
Someone came in with a roast dinner and said, "Did you buy anything?" He went, "Yeah." And they went, "Full roast dinner."
Right.
And how much did he pay?
I think he said he gave him like £1.50 or something for it.
Sound, no?
And
That kid's making a lot of money then, isn't he?
I think he nicked
they have to
I
check
think he
it?
nicked it from the carvery, like it was 2 toes up.
Yeah, carvery's all you can eat, isn't it? Bosh, millionaire idea.
Pow. Yeah.
Oh.
How much is a carvery? About 11 quid.
Yeah, so 12 trips, you're in the money, mate.
Yeah, that's true. That's fucking right.
CEX will smell nicer.
So that's it. Are we going to cash out? Just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes.
I once sold CEX a bloke Xbox. Sit on that. You fucking idiot.
Don't they test it?
Yeah, but for some reason it had a fault where like an hour into using it.
Oh, the red
it
ring of
just-
death when
No,
it
it wasn't
overheats.
red ring of death because it was a newer Xbox. It wasn't a 360. It was
What's
an old.
the red ring of death?
Oh, don't talk.
Everyone knows
Don't.
about that.
It'll bring back
Yeah.
sad mem. You wrap your Xbox in towels and do the people's elbow on it.
I
when-
was doing this in the bedroom next to you. Did you not know the fucking fire risk that your head was next
Did
to?
you wrap it in towels? Do the people's elbow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the red ring of death?
It stopped saying that.
It stopped. There was a connection in the early Xbox 360s that when it heated up, the board would bend slightly, and these important connectors would disconnect, and then it'd flash up with this red ring, and that meant you couldn't play.
Basically,
red
you
ring
turn
of
your
death.
Xbox
But it
on
can
and
heat
it'd
up.
flash up red.
But
You're not playing Xbox.
If you wrapped it in towels and blocked the fans and everything like that, it would
Yeah,
heat
yeah,
up
yeah.
to the
And lock
point.
the doors of your housemate's room. Yeah.
The so-
Shut the windows, get a fucking petrol pipe in, and just like have an asphyxie game wank. Nice.
That'd work.
I would not be surprised if that's the shit you were up to.
But no, the soldering would melt a bit and it would make a reconnection and it would work again. But you have just got a time bomb
Yeah.
in your room.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
back when we lived together.
Well, I
Sorry.
was on ketamine for a lot of that time, so you'd have had to fucking drag me out.
Are you allowed back on Xbox now?
Oh, I've got a different account. I saw my gamer score.
Oh no. What was it? I'm guessing you're north of 100k.
It was high.
Yeah.
It was very high. And
Where does your gamer tag come from?
Frank Magnet,
Yeah.
Max and Paddy's Road to Nowhere. Frank Magnet and Tony Steele, 2 rogue cops that come together. My friend Alex is Tony Steele.
Because mine's after my mum.
What?
Poirot tits.
Yeah, it's pirated. No, because
First time
in school I was called Apron for a bit.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, God. You're touched.
Just because my mum just wore an apron. That was
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
She wore an apron.
That's all she wore, though.
At all
So-
times, to like weddings and stuff.
Pretty much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She just spills food down herself all the time.
And jizz.
Right.
So my
God, where's the cards? Where's the cards? You've got to have a yellow for that.
Why?
Oh, poor.
He isn't here. I've got to double it up.
Fair enough.
So your mum was
My
known
mum was
for-
called Apron. Like, some of the lads bought my mum an apron for Christmas. Like,
Good lads.
Whoa. That's
What?
There's a line there. I think
Is there?
I think so. The
We were
lads
like
that you were
14.
at school together
yeah,
with
yeah.
had a whip around before Christmas and bought your mum an apron.
Yeah,
Like,
customised one.
what
was
did
on
it
it?
say?
Because it said they used to chant at me in school. Oh, no, not her name.
Barbara.
That was you that time.
That was me. They used to chant at me, Barbara's in her apron. Barbara's in her apron.
That's not a real name.
Nah, 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 nah. So they got that on an apron. Barbara's in her apron. Nah, 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 nah.
Was she happy with it?
What a fucking weird group of friends.
She loved it.
Tell you what, boys, big fucking. Just in a haze of like gaming and wanking, they're like, I tell you what we should do. Let's have a little fucking whip around for old Babs Poirot.
Barbie.
Barbie.
So Barbie show for Barbara. Found that out recently.
All right.
Could have called
Oh,
it.
yeah, because it was her daughter, wasn't it?
Facts with Carl. Right, well, CEX, live
Did
forever.
she wear the apron?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Only that
And,
though.
and nothing else.
Yeah.
Only that.
Do you know what else will live forever? W.H. Smith. Wilco gone this week. See that?
Oh yeah,
you shitting
Wilco
me?
going.
Wilco's gone.
It's going, isn't it? It's not gone
Going.
yet. Yeah.
Administration.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. But
I feel
W.H.
bad
Smith
because
stays.
I've been cutting corners with them. I used to buy loads of stuff from Wilco's, and I've just like sacked it off in favour of like I used to spend at least a tenner a year in
You're the
Wilco's
fucking
on
amazing.
grass seed.
Yeah, they've never recovered. Where are you getting your
No,
grass
all
seed
it,
now?
all it takes is $1 million of me, and then
It
10
does,
million.
yeah. So now I
Yeah.
just don't.
It takes
Well,
a
somebody-
million of you would be fucking amazing, wouldn't it? That'd be a lot. Oh, let's invade the Dominican Republic.
Where'd you go then for your grass?
Oh,
What?
oh.
Where'd
Where'd you go for your grass seed? Who's your
Where do I
deal?
go for my grass seed? Well, I don't know what to say. I said it on mild.
I think you probably can get away with
they
it.
might have cut. I don't. Well, I decided to go the turf route, and because I just thought I'm sick of spending a tenner a year on fucking grass seed for the patches. I'll just get some good.
Sorry,
turf.
Barry. Why couldn't you have said that?
Right?
I know.
Cut it.
Cut
Cut
it.
that.
I'm not putting up with this shit.
What?
We're
turf?
really anti-turf.
No, you were acting like you couldn't say that. I should have said like there's like a big.
Oh no! I just mean because I've said it before.
Oh no! Don't
Oh.
be daft.
Oh,
so.
yeah. It's not too edgy for have a word.
It's not that kind of turf.
Well, it's sort of a.
J.K. Rowling.
Oh, nice.
Say it for the name.
It's a potential confession because
Save it.
I priced up turf and it was like 160 quid. I was like, fucking hell, that's it for grass. So I spoke to my mate, Jed, in snooker club. I went, it's 160 quid for turf. And he
You
said,
mate who? Jez.
Jed.
Jed.
And I said,
Jedediah down from Snooker Club.
he said, oh, I can sort you that for 50. So
Right.
I was like, brilliant.
Yeah.
So then a transit van arrived.
Right.
With lots of turf,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
all in different, like a jigsaw of a lawn.
Right.
So
Did they also have like a kid's slide like embedded into it and he just stole it off someone's house?
Yeah. And
Just
a
been
flag
round the
from a
local-
golf course.
headstone,
Where had he been?
over some park.
And he charged you 50 quid?
50. He had to put a shift in. It's hard, digging up that amount of grass.
And you used it?
Oh yeah. I'll show you a picture of my grass. It's weird. It looks a bit shit. It's like all like it's like a made jigsaw. You can see the lines.
But it came with a seesaw, so it's
Is that illegal? Because
swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
It's illegal to steal pebbles off the beach, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. It's illegal to take stones off a beach.
What are you talking about? Oh, here we go. Is this an open body of water thing?
No, it's illegal to take stones off a beach.
You're making it more dangerous. There might be some sort of pebble slide.
Google it.
I am.
Oh, what do you mean? Well, my
Oh,
kid,
yeah, it is. He's
I'm
right.
not lying.
my kids are going down then. They're going to a priz, mate.
What are you in for? It's illegal to take stones off a beach, yeah? So careful. Watch yourself.
Can you Google Broxtowe Council grass theft and see if that's getting any? See if that's
This is
got
all
any
hypothetical,
hits?
though, isn't it, Barry? This isn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
hypothetical.
We
Yeah,
get
it says death row.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Oh, by the way, you'll enjoy this, Barry. Harry, is there any movement? Not yet. I've got a new feature planned coming in the near future. I'm going to make a pen pal with a death row inmate.
Yeah. Should we get someone? I'm a bit worried about this. That
No,
we make a death row thing and they're like, yeah, they did kill 15 people.
No.
But
So I've told Harry it needs to be someone who's
a
like
friendly murder.
Yeah. It can't be like
one of them
you know,
nice ones.
They killed like 50
Can I?
kids.
What are the parameters for
I'm looking for a robber, but they don't really go to the death row, do they?
You don't. So you don't want a murderer,
Well, they all basically have to be murderers to go to death row.
right?
But I want I killed my husband because he used to, knock me about. That
Yeah, but they
kind of-
don't end up on death row, then, do they?
They do. Depends how many husbands they killed.
Yeah, that is true. Well, my husband was knocking me about, so I just murdered the whole fucking cul-de-sacs. Every.
Yeah. 7 husbands in a row. What are the odds?
They're all bastards.
But yeah, I reckon it'd be fucking cool. I want to send them merch, and hopefully go and see it happen.
What?
I'd go and watch.
What?
Say goodbye to a friend?
Imagine if he gets killed or she. In
Wearing a
merch.
have a word hoodie.
Yeah. I get a bespoke one made.
Yeah, I'll just be pen pals with Barry when he goes down for all this lawn theft that he's been doing.
Not me.
The patchwork thief.
We had pen pals in primary school.
Oh my god.
Oh,
There we
God.
go.
Wait, no, this sounds made up.
With some child soldier
No,
from Al Qaeda.
It was a Ugandan pen pal.
Oh my God.
I'll have the letters in my loft at home. We were just talking about like what we like to do.
Yeah, and you were like, I like, Slimming World meetings, novelty aprons. He was like, I really love my machine gun. And just that first, thrill of a kill. Because then they let us have a kickabout round the back.
Like World War One.
Well done, Matumbu. 3 bodies today. Do you want to go and play cricket for a bit? Yeah.
Don't do the voice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't use the gun as a bat again. I've learned the hard way with that. That's how you kill wicket keepers.
Go on.
That was it.
What would
So
you like
what,
to do?
he-
You had a
said that
Ugandan pen pal?
We all did in primary school.
What do you want about?
Why Uganda?
I have no idea.
What did he say he liked?
He liked.
your parents' bank details.
I have $10 million.
I have a pen pal. Yeah, I need your. Do you know what a social security number is? Oh, that's such a funny story. What's your mother's maiden name?
Not even beating around the bush. Did you ever send them anything?
I don't think so.
Like a
We did
shoebox?
Operation Christmas Child.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone did that though, didn't they?
What, Operation Christmas Child?
Yeah, shoebox
Yeah.
appeal.
Shoebox.
Jesus Christ. I haven't even lived. I didn't know about the hot ring of death on
Doesn't Esther do that
PlayStation.
now? Is that not a thing in school
No,
still?
it's not. a thing
Operation
anymore.
Why?
Christmas Child.
So you'd get a shoebox, like
Wrap
a
it in-
Nike
wrap-
shoebox. You'd fill it with like a toothbrush and a yo-yo is what we used to put in.
To really mug off Ugandan kids who are like, fuck me, Nikes. Oh, it's a box of tat.
It's a box of yo-yo.
Nice.
And then you'd wrap it in Christmas wrapping paper
And send it?
and then you'd give it into the school and they'd send it off to Africa.
Yeah, I did this.
Yeah. Loads every Christmas. Like you put non-perishable food in there, so it was okay when it got
Yeah.
there.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Some
yeah.
kind of toy.
tin of tuna, a yo-yo, something from a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would just fill it with shit.
Yeah. You're saying like this? Did you not do that?
And then you'd get
Like,
I just sent ammunition.
you'd get a picture months later, or we did, and they
Oh,
put
we
them up
didn't.
on the wall of the kids with our shoeboxes. Looking back, it's quite weird, isn't it?
No.
I mean, it's a nice gesture, isn't it? Slightly patronising.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But that's the whole thing with Live Aid now, isn't it? That they tried to redo it because it's basically the high point of Bob Geldof's career and
Is
mature.
is comic relief still a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it on the telly?
Yeah,
I
but
used to fucking love that.
it's much more UK based now in terms of what they're helping.
It's a help our own first. That kind of shit. Where's this going? Bloody Africa.
Yeah, that's what they did. They went really gammon with it.
Oh, these shoeboxes are good shoeboxes. This is a British yo-yo. Yes, it's made in Taiwan, but it was paid for with British money. Let's keep British yo-yos in Britain.
I used to love comic relief. Staying until 1 a.m. see how much they made.
Yeah.
It was always like 50 mil. You'd be like, oh, cool.
Yeah, I used to like watching it, like for all the watching all the sketches.
I
And
just
stuff
remember
like
Billy
that.
Connolly getting his dick out and then someone being a knob about it, being like, was it cold day out? You're like, fuck off, mate. You get your dick out on TV.
Vic and Bob got in a load of trouble for that. And the last one they did, because they were like, oh, it's inappropriate humour. because they were wearing kilts, doing a couple of characters, and Vic's got his legs apart and making lots of references to what might be up his kilt, and it got lots of complaints about, is this appropriate?
Yeah, I bet the Ricky Gervais one that's quite famous would get cancelled now. Or wouldn't
There's
get
no way
made.
that would get made now.
Where they're just doing it from a TV studio with an
It's there's so many layers to that if you watch it. Like when Jamie Oliver turns up,
Yeah.
and if you notice, he's eating the bag he's got. It's a McDonald's bag, so he's eating fast food. The whole thing is that everyone on TV is just bullshitting to appear worthy. And then Bob Geldof turns up going, got a new single. Any chance you can... It's such a good sketch.
It was a proper TV moment, wasn't it, back then? Like, you used to wait for, like, Saturday night, Comic Relief's on, it'd be on from, like, 6 till 1.
Event television.
And it was all, like, remember the Ali G?
It was always around my birthday as well.
Really, yeah?
Yeah, it's always like, my birthday's March 15th. It's always like about the 12th, 13th. So Red Nose Day at school would usually be like uniform free, and that's fallen on my birthday before.
Don't see the red noses anymore. No. Every fucker had them.
Yeah, it's such a cool
They've got such a distinctive smell as well. I reckon if you blindfolded me and put a red nose on me, I'd know what it was.
Get a blindfold.
Red Noses and CEX, two of the most distinct smells.
I used to fucking love it. It used to be boss. Was that when Ali G did David?
Yeah,
and
David
Victoria?
Beckham.
Was that
Can we do something for charity soon? I'd like to do something.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be a good shout. It's been a while since we did the single.
Or like a special, or
Let's do something. Let's do a bit of a fundraiser. We don't have to do comic relief, obviously, because of my jokes about Ugandan child soldiers. I don't know if it's appropriate, but
We've got our charities, though, haven't we? And we've kind of said,
yeah,
I think we said at the time we'll stick to them.
If you've got any suggestions,
Checked on it.
give us a shout. I think it's time we did something.
how can we raise some money?
All right, let's have a break. Back with some correspondence. Hello, everyone. I'm here with my new podcast partner, Freddy Quinne, to tell you that this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp? What are they?
Well, Freddie, you are playing this role beautifully. It's just a way of finding online counselling. You go on, you put in what you're looking for, what you've been suffering with, whether it's anxiety. In my case, it was addiction issues. And they have counsellors and therapists that are specifically suited to what you're looking for. You get attributed to them. You don't have to go into an office. They don't have to come to you. My counsellor had to come to me and sit in the garden office. It's just a bit grim sometimes, arranging it. You get to do it on Zoom, on a laptop. It's just a really good way of sorting out your mental health. And I think you'll agree, there should be no more stigma about men's mental health, eh?
Absolutely not. If you're having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, and thanks to BetterHelp, they're all slightly more manageable. As Jay-Z said.
I think that is, yeah. Rick Rubens actually asked him to change it at the end, but it was very similar. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/word10 today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/word10. It's very well done. I like that. Aren't you good?
Yeah, man.
And we are back. My Tour Dan Nightingale special starts on Thursday, the 31st of August in Chester. Runs all the way through to November the 22nd. There's about 12 shows sold out now. So go on dannightingale.com. If you're like umming and ahhing and thinking, I'll get them later, shows are now selling out. It will be amazing to see you. Thanks to everyone who's come to the previews. I'm having a lot of sweaty fucking fun. And I'm really looking forward to the tour. Barry, you've got a podcast.
I have.
Give it a little plug-a-lug.
I do a podcast called The Warriors with stand-up comic Hayley Ellis. And it is, we're basically two people who fret and overthink. We're both diagnosed obsessive-compulsive disorder. And that's the idea, that it's just overthinking and worrying. It's sort of, you start with the premise and then it sort of just becomes what it is naturally.
Yeah.
It's sort of me and her snarking at each other, and
It's brilliant. Your best mate who works really well.
yeah, it's good fun to.
You're monetizing you being a massive fanny, and that's smart. I think it's really smart. Play to your fucking strengths.
You have a Patreon, don't you, Barry?
Yeah, it's got a Patreon. We put lots of stuff on there. We did a thing to try and cure me of stage fright, which I mean, you can be the judge of whether that's worked or not. But I had to go and do Beat the Frog with material that was written, I had an hour to write a 5-minute set, picking things, suggestions out of a hat. We had to try and recreate my first ever gig for me. So we had a bucket of suggestions that people had sent in. I'd pick 5 things out, then write a 5-minute set based out. And it was stuff like the benefits of child circumcision. Fucking hell, write that one. And then like wind turbines. And then I had to write 5 minutes on it and use my coaching that I'd had from these theatre experts to not be nervous on stage. And it's...
I was circumcised at 7.
Were you?
Yeah, on your Patreon. Do you not remember? There's a big one. There's a big one. That really sold. 7 years old. No, you don't want to go any older than that. Are you a snippet?
No.
Oh, you still wild bagging? Bagging wild.
Brown bagging.
Are you brown bagging?
I am, yeah.
Are you brown bagging? Have I got any fucking brethren here? Has anyone had the dick snipped?
No, it's not a normal thing in our culture. Is it?
Wild. You've got the little Cyril Sneer fucking...
Yeah, it keeps,
was a
it
medical
keeps me
thing,
bell
that.
end warm.
It was a medical thing.
Too big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Famously, that was my thing. That's where it all went wrong.
I had that operation when they shaved all my pubes off when I was a teenager.
That's not an operation, is it? That's not an operation. On the NHS, we'll just want him nice and smooth.
What operation's that, buddy?
I had 3 balls, and they.
So they just shaved it to have a look.
Well, yeah, because what happened was because my mate was a couple of years older than me, and he had a couple of brothers who were a little bit younger, and we were like sleeping in the tent one night, and he was like, "Oh, I'm the biggest man of all of us. I've got like 10 pubes." And they were like, "Oh, got 2 pubes." I was like, "Fuck you all, I've got 3 balls, right?" And my mum was outside the tent,
trumps.
and she went, "What do you mean 3 balls?" And I was like, "Forget it." And she was, "No, doctors." And it was...
Hang on. Your mum who raised you and changed your nappy through a lot of your early infancy.
It grown.
Oh, this is hurting me.
So there was...
What, a late 3rd testicle?
Yeah, it was like underformed thing. It was
Undescended,
like in,
isn't
in,
it?
in the left. It's what, sorry?
Isn't it called undescended?
That's the
Oh
different
no,
thing,
that's when it's still inside you. This
I think it's called a tumour. Go on.
That was the worry. So they took me into hospital and said, "We've got to take this out." And
Barry's still got it right next to his PlayStation.
but when I woke up, the worst thing was that shaved me pubes, so I was like from top of the table right to the bottom
in the Pube Premier League.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah, that's shit, isn't it?
Rubbish.
Yeah, did you keep them, though?
The pubes.
Yeah.
They didn't tell me they were going to do it. I just woke up and
Why
that's
did
a
they
shock
do that if it was your balls?
because they went in through the.
You've got pubes on your balls.
They went in.
No, but I think he said that, I think you were implying they were
Top
shaving your
pubes.
mons.
Yeah.
but it
the
looks
fat.
better on the pictures, doesn't it?
Right, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That isn't your bell end freezing.
Yeah, it's really cold. What do you mean?
Well, it's like a little hat, isn't it? For your bell end.
It is just
Here's my question though, for the little moleskin knob ends,
You've got a thicker skin than us, by the way. Do you know that?
right?
Yeah, yours has to develop a thick skin to be able to, like...
Oh, it's hardened.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a sewer's thumb.
yeah. It's the size of a thimble.
So, genuinely, I've always had a problem with as soon as I'm having sex, I get in there and I'm like, when I was younger and recently, I can't last very long.
But that's the opposite of what should happen, isn't it?
But my worry is that if I hadn't have had it done and I'd got my little boner on and then it came out of its little, like, you know, snug, like, hello. Got a Geordie dick as well. Hello. It would be so... I'd last 0.3 seconds at every bit of penetrative sex. So I'm glad it happened, but I'm still not got great control. I've been with my wife nearly 10 years. If we have sex, I have to, like, I'm not lasting ages.
What
I
do
have
you
to
think
go,
about-
I have to, like...
Yeah, that's normal. You switch positions, don't you? Sometimes you go down south.
100%. I can give it the good Lord's, work for a little bit, pa, and then Laura starts going, "Oh, keep going like that." And as soon as I know she's into it, I'm like, "Well, now I have to stop."
Yeah.
So we have to. So I'm like slow technique, because if I give her the thunder, if I give her the full, if I give her the full white hammer, she's gonna.
She doesn't want that,
an extra 8 seconds.
They like it. Oh, it's
I
slower
think
as well.
my wife, and I mean this respectfully, loves it being slapped into her. I'm not joking.
so sorry to hear that.
Public.
I think she wants the full white
Not
hammer.
all the time.
But no, not. I'm not new to this game. I get in, a little bit of kiss, you know, a little bit. I give a little bit of kiss on the face, and then she's like, "That's enough of that." I'll give a little kiss on the neck.
Oh shit! What's Sam doing?
I'm cupping them titties,
Oh, nice.
making the most of them while I'm still here. Cupping them titties. Give a little inner thigh grab, like pow.
Oh,
I pin it down. I get the big piece of chicken. I get the goddamn squeeze. Ooh, what am I doing? I'm working my magic. You feeling the flavor? I'm using lube because we've been together 10 years. And then you're ready. And then it's all gently. And then the thunder, you know, like any storm.
Yeah.
The clouds come over.
It only
Calm before the
happens-
storm.
It only happens when it's raining.
There's a little bit of drizzle. And then
See, I'm from Gateshead. All you need is permission and a handful of spit. Should we do some worries?
Dan, what do you think of?
I think you should take that show to Edinburgh. I'm telling you now. Permission and a handful of spit. My Gateshead story.
What do you think of to slow down the inevitable?
What?
Do you not have like any like mental games to
The
play?
Quran. No,
Think of the Quran.
I do because I take my respect of the Muslim
Of
faith
course.
seriously,
Of
and it
course.
slows me
That's
down.
haram as fuck. That.
Thank you.
That is haram. Come on.
I just pretend it's time to change positions, but I
Yeah, of course.
I go, maybe you should go
No,
on
but
top.
you need to have some like mind games. Think of something not nice or like,
Yeah, Cunt the Gang did a song called 50 Things to Think About to Stop You Doing Your Beans.
yeah. There you go.
Just like a list of things to go through in your head.
Gail
like,
Platt, good.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe.
Is she in there?
Yeah, she is actually. Susan Boyle, Gail Platt.
Platt.
Gail Platt's twat.
Leave it.
The moustache of Simon Weston. Just
Speaking of that, Barry, you
What?
have a soul patch.
this has been a little bit controversial. But
I'll be thinking about that when I'm trying not to. I think of your soul
Barry's
patch.
soul patch.
Ooh.
Is it? I thought I looked a bit like.
You look like a bad boy.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
God,
yeah,
that's the
he
first time
really-
anyone said anything.
Really
positive
looks like a
about
bad
it.
boy.
Yeah, I thought it looked like Hudson from Aliens.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought as well. You look like a man who's too old to work in CEX. But you want to.
No, because I'm very limited in what I can do facially because it doesn't grow here.
On the sides.
So I can't do anything. If I go for a goatee, I look like David Brent. If I try and trim it down a little bit more, I look like Beppe. And
Oh, Beppe's a mark, homie.
if I take the top off and just leave the bottom bit, I look Amish. So I've sort of worked my way down to
Right.
just that little bit.
Little freestyle poet.
Yeah, just because I've got
I'm from Gateshead. All I need is permission and a handful of spit.
Barry the slam poet. There's a cartoon I'll definitely watch.
Fucking ridiculous. While this is going off, should we do a little bit of underrated, overrated?
We like this
To hear-
section.
With a shovel. Bam, ba, down, ba, down, bam. Combination of Adam's ADHD and his, I don't know if it's just, he
Disdain.
just gets eggy with stuff, doesn't he? But not today. I'd like to do a little bit of a speed round with this.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been a little while
It's
since
been
we've not to.
It has been a while.
Have we not to
ages.
speed round in for a while?
No, been about 3 weeks.
Okay, underrated, overrated. Sam Mack,
Oh.
who's doing the breakfast show on Cunt FM. Sam Mack says perfume on a bird.
Done this last week.
Okay, so fuck you, Sam Mack, and your non-deleted content. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I think we should do. Keep it in. I think. No, he actually meant on a bird of flight.
Yeah,
pigeon.
don't put out the toilet on your parrot. You said it.
Do we?
Oh yeah. Come on. The trailer.
Yeah.
Ready? I think we should do a speed round for these underrated. Yeah.
Has Sam Mack written in?
I'm going to. That was Jake Garrett.
Goal scorer.
I'm going to trust in the fact that you've deleted all of that.
Why are you looking at me? I didn't do the prep.
Clean edit. No, I mean the edits.
Oh.
That'll all be gone, won't it?
Yeah.
You won't make me look a fool.
No.
Isaiah Butterworth. I've now lost confidence that we haven't done all of these under my early onset dementia. Yes. Isaiah Butterworth says, overrated, underrated. Annoys me when people do it the other way around. AirPods makes people look absolutely ridiculous.
Underrated.
Overrated.
As an owner of them,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go overrated, you know.
No. They're just solid.
No, they're good.
Your iPhone knows it's connected as soon as you take them out.
You don't have to sell me on the fucking Apple world. You know me. I'm an absolute Apple tit.
Yeah.
I'll buy anything you sell. But they're not worth the price. For the quality of
I got
sound.
mine for free.
Well, that's definitely worth the
Totally.
price.
Barry,
Right.
you are giving off vibes of a man who still likes the wire. I trust it. I know where to plug it in. And I can use it for, asphyxie wanks. It's useful.
No, I get like the non-brand. I go like for like the Anchor brand. and
Anchor's
stuff.
not bad.
Anchor's all right.
JBL are good as well.
Yeah,
are good.
JBL are all right. Yeah.
Oh, Anchor AirPods.
I mean, I wouldn't use them.
I like a bit of Kerry Gold. I've got some Samsung ones.
I got that.
I've got some Samsung ones. No, I've got some Sony ones.
Your little black ones. Yeah.
Wow, they're very good. They're so much better than I expected.
Sony are meant to be best for noise cancelling. But I just think the AirPods are just solid. They use the same charger as your phone.
Do you wank with your version of AirPods in?
Now, the worry.
That's ballsy if you do.
The worry
the
there
Bluetooth
is...
connection.
Oh, I'm never worried about the Bluetooth. I do have problems because I sometimes use Twitter for dirty porn. If I just turn the phone off and wander away, whenever I'm in the real world checking Twitter, that is my dirty Twitter's up. And I've had that in moments where you're like, oh God, like on a train, I go, I'll just check Twitter and my feed is
I would love to
just...
find that so much.
Do you
I
like
changed
stuff?
I changed the handle recently just for when it
Do
inevitably
you like
gets...
stuff on Twitter?
Ralph Wiggum
I know
over
you've
here.
got your bookmarks on your laptop, but on Twitter, do you like the videos and then...
Yeah, so then I've got... It's literally...
Oh, you dirty pig. Have you got a picture?
Oh, if there's a particularly good video...
Are you an egg?
That's going in the likes.
Are you a grey egg?
What?
Like, have you got a picture or is it like a grey egg?
Would it be worse if I used, for my wanking Twitter, actually put a picture up?
No, it's worse if you're a grey egg, I think.
Right, okay, I'll put a picture up. I've changed my handle.
To Jake Garrett.
I would honestly love to find that.
Jake Garrett Wanks.
Whoever, Matthew definitely has the power to find that in under 5
Well, why
minutes.
would he do that? Because he's
But he
a
wouldn't
colleague
want
and a
to.
friend.
What's bookmarking?
What?
Oh, yeah,
On
you
Twitter?
can bookmark now.
You can just like it. If you like it,
But then
you can...
everyone can see what you've liked.
No, you
Well,
can see what
it's
you
not a
like,
real-
not what you bookmark.
But it's a different profile. I'm switching over.
Oh, right. Okay. Right.
Yeah. I'm
okay,
not doing
right.
that thing that Tory ministers do.
Right. Okay.
Fucking idiots.
Right.
Don't check
John
his
Barnes.
Yeah, don't check his likes, and then you always check.
John Barnes retweeting something about Celtic winning the title, and then some blacks on blonde thing. He's into it, isn't he? Shout out John Barnes, you dirty old bastard. I love it.
What was the overrated? Oh, AirPods. I've got to go because of the. I love them. I've got them. I've got 2 sets, but overrated because of the price.
But that's what I was going to say with the wanking. They're so good. The noise cancelling so good that I'm just wary that someone knocks on and tries to talk to me, and I'm like,
You got any Bluetooth speakers in your house?
deep in the middle of. Well, I have,
That would
yeah.
be the fear.
Do you wank with your eyes closed?
What?
Do you wank with your eyes closed?
The rare imagination wank that I have, yeah.
That'd be a ballsy one. With
Yeah,
the
you
AirPods
do,
in.
yeah.
Cancel the noise out and close your eyes. Shout Laura, the danger wank.
And do it on the landing. A good one, Isaiah Butterworth, and we haven't done it before. Yes. Nick Please says, overrated, underrated, the Dishmatic.
What was his name?
Nick Please.
Right, cool.
I don't see the problem. It's Nicholas Please.
Nick
But he's
Please.
shortened
That
it.
was weird.
He's shortened it to Nick Please. Guys, I'm reading the name. It's what someone's written in. Overrated, underrated, the Dishmatic. That sponge on a stick with the built-in fairy liquid for washing the dishes.
Overrated. Overrated.
Under.
I've
I
got
wouldn't have
one.
got through uni without it.
Fuck off.
You
Get
have
back
to fill it and it annoys you and you don't
Give a
use
shit.
it again.
No, I don't want my hands going anywhere near the grubby shit on a plate. That when I discovered them in first year of uni, my life changed forever.
Almond bargain.
I don't wash the dishes anymore.
I tell you what, lad. Your uni days a little bit crazy. Little bit crazy.
Well, no, it's
Everyone
just,
having an intervention like he's just using that Dishmatic too much.
it's the first time I had to wash dishes properly, like every time I ate something, and that just helped out.
Get a dishwasher. Unbelievable.
In
Yeah,
uni,
I'm
I
a-
call it silly.
Evan says, underrated, overrated. The Rock was better when he was calling people jabronis. The Rock, underrated, overrated.
What was the Attitude Era? That was the best Rock. The Attitude Era. I feel like no one knows what that means.
What does that mean?
it's that a WWE thing.
Late 90s, early noughties, maybe? The Attitude Era was a...
When he's doing the eyebrow.
When he was like that, calling people jabronis, but now he's one of the highest Hollywood actors now, isn't he? Paid.
I have to say, I'm not like that arsed about him, but it does work. Like,
Can't really
the
act.
Jumanji films are dead good. Like, they're really fun.
He's just being himself in
He
everything.
plays a
though,
role,
isn't
doesn't he? He's the
Yeah.
big guy, and no one else
Him
can
and
do
Chris Rock works pretty well. Not Chris Rock.
Oh,
it. Kevin Hart.
You know, Kevin Hart. You know, him and Trevor McDonald work really... Tell me you won't want to watch it.
Yeah.
That is the buddy comedy we want to see.
Yeah.
Trevor McDonald and The Rock.
I reckon he's got some skeletons in his closet.
No, I reckon he's so clean.
Nah, there's something. He's too polished. He's one of them guys where it comes out years later and you go,
I'd be very surprised.
Who? Trevor McDonald?
Trevor McDonald.
Yeah. I don't know if The Rock is. I think you might. I think
I
he
just
might be
don't-
squeaky clean
I get
there.
a bad vibe about him that he's just a bit of a
Too many
knobhead.
steroids. I don't think they can get handsy when the dick don't work.
No, but I reckon he's a knobhead.
You think?
Yeah.
I honestly reckon he's one of the purest people on planet Earth.
I don't.
Oh my God. What a testimony from the usually cynical Sensei. No, lad, I'm not going to have jokes here. I think he's one of the purest people on planet Earth.
But he's lovely, isn't he? I love Moana.
I love Moana, but I don't know.
I really think he's bulletproof. I really don't think he's got anything.
It would be a real disappointment if he was a total cunt in real life.
He's too big to be a cunt.
If Ryan Reynolds
mean?
turned out to be a dickbag
That
in
would be
person,
upsetting.
I would be hurt by
Yeah,
that.
me too.
I don't want to see that. There's so many celebrities pop up where you're like, I can imagine you being a fucking cunt. I don't want Jonah Hill to be a cunt in real life.
He is.
I've got first. I mean, I won't say his name, but listener, friend, a
Jay
first-hand knowledge of Jonah Hill.
Yeah,
being a
loads of
cunt.
stuff's come out recently about
Oh
Jonah
no!
Hill. Yeah.
Oh yeah!
He told me a story about him
the
meeting
thing
him.
about his being controlling with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
This person
Oh,
despises Jonah Hill. Said he's a massive cunt for years, and now it's coming out he's made up. Shout out to you know who you are.
I know, I love Jonah Hill.
What about
Seth Rogen, similarly. If
Arnie?
he was a knobhead, I'd be good.
Arnie's one of my...
I feel like he's clean as well.
Yeah,
Obviously not.
I fucking love it.
Do you know why guys Arnie's age don't count? Because they're like 78 years old. If they're a bit grumpy and like weird, you're like, yeah.
Well, he did cheat, didn't he? But that's
Because
not-
there's that story that apparently he got caught engaging in oral sex with someone and his wife walking in, and apparently his line was eating's not cheating.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. His line was what in Bangladeshi?
No, he's Welsh.
His line was eating, not cheating. He famously said
tried
that.
to do Austrian.
Do your Arnold Schwarzenegger impression again, please.
Eating's not cheating.
Nailed
That
it.
is Barry Island.
Yeah. If it's not, it's racist. Eating. Get out.
I know somebody.
Let her finish.
I know somebody who he bought a house for. One of his nannies.
Yeah, because
Oh,
he's
yeah, you're talking about-
banging her.
No.
Can I just say, when I'm talking about knobheadry, I'm not talking about like past infidelities.
Yeah, no.
Like
I
I'm
agree.
not in a position.
I'm talking about rude to like
Like
a waiter.
degenerate.
or
Bit
something.
a bit of a
Lizzo.
cunt and everything.
Yeah,
Lizzo is the
yeah.
newest one.
Lizzo's a twat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been
I've
bullying.
read a bit
Yeah.
more about it. Lizzo did one thing that was a bit dodgy. It's
banana.
it's mainly her like touring company that are horrible.
Tell me, if you met Adele and she was absolutely cunty
devastated.
to you, you'd be like, fuck, that's
She
disappointing.
is best mates with James Corden, and I feel like the company you keep says a lot about
I
you.
think they're industry best mates.
She's lovely.
They're
you can
not.
tell she's pure.
Yeah.
All right, then. Have you ever met a celebrity who's been an absolute arsehole?
Mikel Arteta.
Who's that?
He's the Arsenal manager.
All right.
But
He's
then I
best
kind,
friends with Adele as well.
I kind of understand.
It's disappointing.
The 5-star pitches were opening on our school, and he played for Everton at the time, and he came with Nuno Valente to open them. And we were like early teens, and he's obviously been taken there by the club, like, you need to go and do it. He doesn't want to be there, but when you're a kid, you don't understand that.
Yeah.
And I remember he was like, oh my God, Mikel Arteta's here, getting pictures of him playing footy with him. And then I overheard him say to his agent or whoever it was, when can we go? And it broke my heart. I was like, oh, he doesn't want to be here. In my head, he was like, he wanted to be there with us.
Yeah.
When I heard him say that, I was like, shit.
Do you know what though?
Now I get
This
it now.
is where this is where I
that's-
sympathise
that's
with
not-
Mikel Arteta. If he did that loudly in front of kids, you'd be like,
Yeah.
that's not good. But there's things that you do as a comedian where you're like, this is part of the job. You've got to do the gig. You've got to meet people. Fuck, I sell merch on tour, and you've got to be sound. But there is a point sometimes you don't know what the week he's had or
Absolutely,
the day he's
yeah.
had.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Where,
when I was a kid-
where I will say to people like, we got to bounce, I'm fucked or whatever. But yeah, it is
But
heartbreaking.
when I was a kid, I was like, you don't think of them things. You think, he wants to be here with us. And he's like, when can I go? I was like, And it just, like, the whole like facade fell. I was like, he's not a dickhead. But I thought he was back then. I was like, oh, fuck you, Mikel.
How people treat, like we've said it before, how people treat like people that they don't think they can gain something from is a massive indicator about who you are as a person.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about circuit comics that we know. I've seen them be dismissive to staff and newer comics who look up to them. You're like, it just doesn't speak well to you. If you're famous, it must be a lot because people don't know where the line is of your private space or privacy or like, so it must wear on you that you just basically see members of the general public as a fucking pain in the arse.
Yeah.
But some of them keep that good humour about it, don't they? And keep their manners.
The biggest one is, sorry, Finn. The biggest one is how you treat hospitality staff.
Yeah,
That's what I see.
100%.
How you treat, no matter who you are, where you are, how you treat the person who's serving you food or drinks is the biggest indicator of what you're like as a person.
Yeah.
I literally today, because I write, I'm a fan of writing an old school letter. And I wrote, I recently stayed
Checks
in a.
out.
Sorry?
It checks out.
Yeah. Because I wrote a letter to the Adelphi here in Liverpool, because the lass who checked me in was just dead sound, and I was like, she was like, so I literally wrote a letter.
Do you know why
to
that
the
is,
Adelphi.
Barry? You know why that is? Because you're the first customer for 2.5 months that isn't just using a room to take heroin. That's probably why. Hey, we got a real customer.
I wrote a letter to David Attenborough not long ago.
Oh, why?
I got a reply. He wrote back.
He wrote back.
Yeah,
That's cool as fuck.
yeah, and he put a signed picture in as well.
Oh, you didn't ask for that, did you?
No. I just wrote it because I like his. I just said, I really like Blue Planet. I'm obsessed with the sea.
And you thought,
Dear David Attenborough, I love Blue Planet. I love the sea.
and instead of using the social media that you've built up over the last 10 years,
But
you thought,
he's not on Twitter. His assistant or something might be. I thought he'll look at an old school letter, and he sent me a reply.
Was it
back.
handwritten?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool as fuck.
again, David Attenborough, if you go, excuse me, Sir David, I really love Blue Planet, he's like,
Get away from me, you dirty beat poet.
you'd hate it, wouldn't you?
There are certain celebrities you'd kind of want to be a knobhead though, or like want to be a bit grumpy. Like if I met Harrison Ford, I'd want him to be a bit sharp. And
Yeah, and he would be as well.
yeah. You'd want him to be the character. that they
Someone
are.
I know was. I'm going to be very careful not to get someone in trouble, but he was recently in Northumberland where he was filming at Bamborough Castle for the new Indiana Jones movie. They filmed the
Not
World
Harrison
War.
Ford. What? Was it Harrison Ford?
Harrison Ford.
Oh,
yeah.
right. So I thought you were trying to be secret about who this
No.
is.
No.
It was
No.
in Indiana Jones.
What kind of fucking Indiana Jones is this going to be like? Hey, do you want to see Annie Castle? It's where Harry Potter was filmed.
It was a World War II scene that they filmed in
yeah,
Indiana
yeah.
Jones, and that's Bamborough Castle. And this person who I know was charged with looking after Harrison Ford because he was prone to wandering off. He's an old school old man.
Amazing.
Like if they didn't have their eyes on him, where's Harrison gone? Right, and he'd like wandered off to the chip shop.
That's cool as fuck.
And they were like, get him, because he doesn't. To him, he's just normal. He's just getting on. There's photographs of him in Newcastle where you can see the person I know in the background of them, where he's just walking along the quayside, just having a look round. But they've got someone assigned to him to if he does decide
Come
to
on, Harrison, off you.
I want to go to the chip shop.
Yeah, just like, no, we need to
I
get
thought
back
you were going to
and
slag him off then. I was gutted. But that is
No,
perfect. That's what you want.
No,
Yeah.
he'd like if they weren't filming, he'd like go for a walk along the beach. So there'd be people walking their dogs and stuff, and all of a sudden, fucking that bloke off Star Wars. It's like,
Your head would fall off if you worked at a Northumberland Coast chippy and Han Solo just walked in.
There's
What noise did he
loads of like restaurants that he would just like pop out for his dinner, and they were like, just couldn't believe it.
That's the Keanu Reeves thing, isn't it? Where he's just like, he wanders around and everyone's like, he's just so normal.
Yeah.
If Keanu Reeves was
Yeah.
a bell end,
Yeah.
I'd feel
I'd
lied
say
to.
of Sean Bean. He was normal.
Do you remember when Jack D? Because Jack D's got the persona of being grumpy. When we were at the Comedy Awards in London, stopped Adam and went, "Can I just say I absolutely love your stand up? I've seen your specials." You're like, it almost didn't match with
I love
the
that.
persona.
Yeah, I was like,
We were
fuck,
sitting
that's
And I mean,
cool.
it wasn't like Adam was like, "Oh, there's Jack D. I might try and talk to him." Like Jack D,
Broke the
made
group.
his way out
Yeah.
and went, "Oh, can I just stop you and just say I love your stuff?"
That's
it. He was one of my comedy
Same.
heroes growing up, so
same.
that's really nice.
Lively Apollo's his. Like,
Yeah.
that's his
Yeah.
show. And yeah, at the Comedy Awards as well, I never ask anybody for a picture. Very, very rarely anyway.
I don't think it's good form when you're on the floor.
No, I don't mean there. I mean in anywhere. I'm
right.
not the kind of person to go, can I have a picture?
No, I just let them get on with the day.
But I saw Charlotte Ritchie there, who is she's at Oregon in Fresh Meat. It isn't even a big show. It's just something that me and Serica watched when we first started dating. She's also in You now.
Yeah.
She's huge now.
She's
gone
been in
to
loads
America.
of stuff, yeah.
And I was like, do you know what? I'm going to ask her for the picture because Serica will enjoy it. And, you know, she's cool as
The
fuck.
awards had finished, by the way.
The
We were
awards
outside.
had finished. This
We
was
were
outside. She's after the show. And she stood there with a couple of people. And I was like, right, I'm gonna go for it. And I went, hiya, Charlotte. Sorry to interrupt. Can I get a picture? And she went, oh, no, not right now. And I was like, do you know what? I went, no worries, and just walked away. I was like, I didn't respect it any less. In fact, I respected it a little bit more that she told me no.
I will go up and say hello if I don't think they're getting pestered loads.
She wasn't doing around the. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I made sure it was all right.
No, I fanboyed. He's called Luke Hammond. He's a guy that does sketches on
witnessed
on
it.
Instagram. I was like, oh my god, I just didn't expect it, and I love his videos. And he was like, who the fuck are you? But I wouldn't do that to anyone I thought the public would just mob.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, just give him a day off. But I was like, look,
Was that when we were all smoking our cigars?
he's so funny. He's so funny.
Yeah. So I wasn't
might
like
be
she's
gay.
a knobhead.
Do you reckon?
I think he's
I'm not sure.
something about it.
I kind of respected her for saying no.
He's a really funny guy. Yeah, that's fair enough, isn't it? Different when you're part of the...
She said it nicely. She's like, oh, no, not right now. I was like, okay, see you later.
Right, Finn, what are we going to do here? Because we're going to bring back confessions.
Yeah.
I'm trying it out. People have been asking. Barry, you're going to sit in judgment. Okay. I will give you Father O'Leary's opinion on these confessions. So, if you want to admit something anonymously, we did this for a while and then it dropped off, but it's back, baby. So, if you have something you want to get off your chest, confess, and you want to see if you get some Jermaine penance, or we judge more harshly, write in haveawordpod@gmail.com or send a letter to Barry's house. He'll send it to mine. Or if you're a patron, put it in the DMs and Harry Robinson will get it
do you remember
over
the
to us
Lucasade shagger?
VIP.
Yeah.
The guy who fucked Lucasade, and he's here now. He's got a job at Steve.
That is peak confessions. The Lucasade shagger.
Someone shagged a multi-pack, a hole in a multi-pack of Lucasade.
Is it
Is it
Stockroom?
Sayers or something? Or is it-
No,
yeah.
it
You
was
know
in,
that sounds good,
McCall's.
Steve.
Yeah, it was in the McCall. Well remembered, sir.
So, should we need a jingle. What can we do?
That was good. Can someone church that up?
Fucking banter.
Can you do that again? But at the end, Barry, you just say confessions, really, Geordie.
I domine padre, I domine, I sticker up your booty, I padre nai.
Confessions.
Can someone make that, please?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello,
Actually, we've got
lads.
Charlie up there,
Me
didn't
and the wife are big fans of the pod, but I think it's best I keep this one anonymous. Basically, on our wedding day, me and my wife, who I love very dearly, were separated for a bit during the party we had after the meal and ceremony. During the separation, I had a threesome with her mother and her maid of honor. I've loved my wife for years and never had any intention on cheating on her, but after one too many drinks and years of flirting from her mother, I gave in. And when her maid of honor caught us, we invited her to join. Fuck off! Hope you can forgive me, Father. An anonymous fan from Newcastle. Right, before this even gets judged on, bang that gavel. Fuck off, mate. Fuck off.
That's a porn
That is
fantasy.
Reader's Wives circa 1989. I was at me wedding and, me and the new mother-in-law. Obviously, she looked great in a fucking hat. And I went, Christ, Pam, I'm going to fucking rattle the fillings out of you.
That's a porn fantasy.
Bullshit. And then the maid of honor was like, oh, what's this in the disabled toilet? Here's me with my disability just needing a piss. And here's you two. You should know better, but my God, that hat, Pam, you fucking dirty old bitch.
Why is she disabled?
Because they're in the disabled toilets.
Right.
That's why she was going to use them. There you go. I think I did pretty well there. Fucking bollocks. And I tell you what, if Adam was here, he'd have said it quicker than me.
He just snapped the laptop in half.
Next confession. When I was much younger and went out to house parties, I thought it was hilarious to shit in a bag, write pate on the bag and put it in the freezer where the house party was. I know it's totally disgusting, but when you're 16 and stupid, it would make me laugh for days knowing it was lying in wait, waiting to be found by their parents. Please forgive me. Yours, the bagman.
Sorry, hang on. Who puts pate in a bag?
Who puts pate in the freezer?
Oh, fuck it up. Do you know what? What do I eat? Graham!
Johnson
Hey,
pate.
Graham, what do you want for lunch? I can fucking defrost that patty. Got a fucking bag of patty.
It's in the Tesco bag.
Do you remember when I first moved to Manchester, that the House of Death Little Tyneside?
I do, yeah.
We
yeah.
had a sign on the downstairs toilet which said no top decking because somebody during a house party had done the old thing of taking the cistern lid off and sitting on that and putting their feet and shitting in that's top decking. So they'd had a shit in the top deck of the toilet and put the thing back on. And so every time you flush, it just stinks forever. There was a sign up saying no top decking. So I can well believe this happened, and I find it so entertaining that it's absolutely fine.
Some of them parties, man. Some of them parties. I think every time you mention that house, it takes me back to the party where someone got out their brand new vagina, and I will never forget that imagery.
Yeah.
Someone who'd recently fully transitioned and was post-op,
Fucking hell, mate. I'm thinking, how old is this person?
just was dead proud of their new fanny and thought, you know
Look
what?
good.
I'm going to show it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Did it?
Someone took a photo of it. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
it look good? Oh, because I don't think
It looked like Tim Burton had designed it.
I was impressed by the handiwork of that
Ask
surgeon.
AI to do that and we'll get
What's
a
this?
picture.
What's this?
Edward Scissorpuss.
There's something on the couch. What's this? What's this? All right, less of that. Well, you're an absolute animal, sir. But yeah, don't worry about
What's
it.
his penance? Has he got
Hey,
penance?
I tell you what,
No, he's a legend.
He's off. Yeah.
I'm not guilty. Go on.
Not guilty. Legend.
Father old lady said, yeah, it's mad, innit? You gotta go when you gotta go.
Ghost gets all gone.
Two Hail Marys.
Whenever I go to a party, I always shit in a bag. Just strong opener that.
Can't read as well with the
Patty.
Donnelly's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hello, fucking father old lady. Yeah, mad that. yeah, got it right in there with the fucking smiley faces.
Wagwag lids, I'm in need of some Jermaine penance. I have a Polish wife and she has been in the UK for 18 years. So
Full stop.
English.
Yeah.
What?
That's it. Full stop.
Fucking hell.
You met the love of your life and you've got a new driveway. I have a Polish wife and she's been in the UK for 18 years, so her English and her grasp with the Yorkshire accent is impeccable. But her best friend is not so clued up on English or posting on Facebook in English. Anyways, to cut a long story a bit shorter, she posted a status on Facebook asking for help, but in Polish. Google Translate is not the best, I think we all know. that it gets certain words wrong. So my wife's best friend asked in Polish, does anybody in Doncaster know where I can pick up some wild butter mushrooms that are edible? But she was obviously writing it in Polish. But when translated back into English, her post simply asked, does anybody in Doncaster know where I can get some wild cock and I could pick up and devour and enjoy? My penance is that I didn't tell her what her post said or my wife, and at least 20 of her English colleagues at work all sent her dick pics or filthy messages, hoping that she would pick them. I did eventually tell her what happened, but it was nearly a week until she found out after telling my wife to let her know. I was in the doghouse for a while with the missus, and a friend doesn't come round as often anymore, but I still think it was worth it. Keep up the great work. Guys, been a patron for around nearly 2 years.
He's done nothing wrong. It's the guys that are sending the dick pics.
We do not condone unsolicited images of your genitalia.
They weren't unsolicited.
They were. She wasn't actually asking. She was asking for fucking mushrooms.
Listen, if you're a dick pic sender and you have someone going, has anyone got any wild cock? Then the messages you get officially aren't unsolicited.
I think Google's at fault there.
Yeah, fucking Google.
No, he's done nothing wrong. Gary? Gary bang the gavel.
Gary?
Oh, Barry's... saying
what-
that Barry is the judge.
I should have told her.
All right.
Oh,
okay.
what's his penance then? What's he got
what's
to
he
do?
got-
Penance.
Yeah?
I get to decide what he's got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something to do with mushrooms, I think.
Learn Polish to a GCSE level.
Yes.
Well, he's definitely going to do that. He probably does know a bit of Polish, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Like,
you'd pick it up.
whoa, yeah. During sex.
Yeah.
Kurwa. Welcome. That's Polish. Anonymous. I found my sister's...
What?
OnlyFans?
No.
God. Lord.
Have you not read this?
A lad. This is from Anonymous. I found my sister's nudes on her iPad and wanked to them.
No. No, come on.
No, calling bullshit.
Come on.
Hang on, don't call bullshit yet. For context, I was 15 and she was 21. After maybe the second time going back to it, I left the iPad on that screen on accident. She went to go on the iPad, went bright red, and hid the iPad in her room. This is an advert for iPads. It looked like a beat. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Mate, you can't wank to your sister's fanny and then be like, it didn't even look that good. And I'm not proud of it. I was just a horny, disgusting teenager. Keep up the great work. Love the pod. Please keep me anonymous.
I believe him.
That's from Jake Carrot.
Goal scorer.
Well, Confessions is back with a bang. Lord, that is probably
That could well be
the
true,
most
actually.
That is true.
succinct, shocking sentence I've ever known any correspondence to be written in with.
15-year-olds are horny bastards. That is definitely true. How did he know it was his?
What?
How did he know it was his?
Face was in it.
Yeah, face was in it.
Oh, she's doing getting a fanny and a face in the picture.
It's an iPad, big screen.
Selfie.
God.
Oh, thanks for that, Finn.
She's got tits as well.
Mate,
You're right.
I'm gonna say this. I've done some dirty stuff in my time, and at 15, my lord. But and I appreciate you writing in, and I know this is have a word, and I know you'll take this with a pinch of salt. But that is old school wronging. Where they from? Peter Lee.
They're over 21
Standard.
There's some therapy needed there if that's true.
Shocking.
Both ends.
What you saying? Even Father O'Leary's like, fucking hell, that's mad. That. Jesus Christ, fucking hell, what are you using your iPad for, lad? Angry Birds and an angry wank, fucking hell.
What can the penance be there? I can think of a couple of things.
Penance.
I won't say them.
Just bang the gap. Come on, Barry. This is a harsh judgment. You are
That's,
taking some Jermaine penance here.
You see, I've got a lot of respect there for him admitting that.
Oh, right. For the admitting it bit.
For the coming clean.
I mean, we've all got hot sisters, haven't we? And mine's particularly partial to a hat.
No masturbation for a month. A month.
Oh, it's good. Yeah. It's good penance.
A month off.
I'm on
Yeah.
proof.
Did he say how old he is now? How long ago this was?
He's now 15 and a half. So things have changed.
Yeah.
Different guy. you know, it was winter.
The iPad was released in what, like 2008? So that might be wrong.
Thanks for that. You really know your Apple.
That might be a guess. Can you Google that? If that's right, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's after that. I think it's like 2010.
What? 2010? Matthew knows all these things. He's defo right. When was the iPad released?
Send them in. If they are about you having a threesome in the toilets
2010.
at your own
Oh,
wedding.
I thought you meant send the photos in there.
Oh,
of
yeah.
his sister.
Send the iPad in.
Unlock.
Just 21.
Send the pictures in. We'll decide if whether or not it was worth it.
Horny little bastard.
Oh, God. Right, let's have a break. I'm hungry all of a sudden. Hello, everyone. Now it's time to talk about my absolute favourite sponsor. It's Dirty. So if you're overusing energy drinks or coffee or tea and you're lulling in the afternoon, you're getting caffeine-like withdrawal, you want to try Dirty. They do coffees, matchas. It's basically focus, immunity, and energy using the power of mushrooms. All of those healthy adaptogens within mushrooms put in a drink to help your energy, your drive, your focus.
I didn't even know that mushrooms could do this, Dan. I thought that the only thing that mushrooms were good for was vegan bolognese and getting off your tits and seeing God.
Well, this isn't quite the same, but it will really help you perk up through the afternoon. You drink loads of coffee, don't you?
I drink loads of coffee and I suffer for it. I need the coffee to wake up, and then by the afternoon, I'm shaking, I need a poo, I'm not in a good place. At least with this, you'd be able to sort of get more out of your day by starting it right. I like the idea.
I don't know if Freddy will poo less, but it's definitely worth a try. Go and have a little look at Dirty. It's very hard not to do this advert using that word.
Proper dirty.
This is proper dirty.
Do you want Yorkshire tea? No, I'm dirty.
Functional mushrooms. I'll not do the whole advert like that. Functional mushrooms can truly change your life. Get the purest mushroom benefits out there by heading to dirtyworld.com, DIRTEA world.com, and use code WORD10 to get 10% off your first order today.
It's time to get down and dirty.
I'm into it. And welcome back. We have famous podcast raconteur Freddy Quinne.
Hi! He's the guy you call when someone's dropped out last minute. Hey!
No one dropped out.
No one dropped out.
Did they not?
No.
First
Do you know what
choice.
and you're going to feel like a dickhead now. We wanted a good tap-in. He was just going to be good.
Oh, mate, I'm not feeling it today. Not feeling it.
Yeah, you are, because you want to antagonise Barry Dodds.
Yeah, I
No.
want to antagonise Barry.
No.
Oh, Barry, what you said in that restaurant before. Fucking hell.
We shouldn't have gone for Chinese, though. That was almost like,
Exactly.
that was almost egging him on.
We went
Yeah.
for Nando's.
And contrary to what you think, she was crying, and yes, she can say it correctly. Unbelievable, Barry.
Part 2, what we doing?
Part 3, peri chicken.
That was a long wait.
It was, sorry?
It was a long. That's the longest.
Yeah, you didn't have to call them lazy, did you, Barry? I mean, for Christ's sake, they built a fucking wall.
It was a what wait?
Sorry, Barry.
It's so funny.
I'm nervous. As soon as I knew it was you, I was nervous.
To be fair, 45 minutes for Nando's is a piss take. That's
Oh,
my
it was
but
obscene.
I can't. I don't have it in me to fucking shout at servers. Do you know what I mean?
You were malnourished. You didn't have any strength.
Whoa.
Wasting away.
Adam gets, whenever we spend on the business card, Adam gets a notification or I get a notification. So he's in Edinburgh. So we bought the Nando's and then Steve took the business card round to, because you guys went to Wagamama's, didn't you?
Slim Chickens.
Oh, you went to Slim Chickens. We split the group up because there was 9 of us. So Adam has very quickly got 2 notifications for meals on his food and literally put in the group, oh, Freddie's on the pod and there's 2 full meals been bought tonight. Standard.
Fucking little rat.
And he's in a gym feeling all smug.
Is he?
Yeah, he's working out. It's a
He
different...
took a picture in the gym. It doesn't mean he's done
He's
anything.
started a
Yeah.
3-month, he's just changed his whole life. That probably
Well, do you
started
know
at
what?
10 a.m. and will last till
I've
Wednesday.
actually changed my life, and I want to talk to you seriously about this. I've gotten really into golf recently, and I'd
Freddie,
like to talk to
can
you
I say
all
this
about
respectfully?
it.
Because I've wanted to
Seriously.
say this for a while. Shut the fuck up. Oh, God, that felt good, guys. Not for Steve, who's like, oh, God, I like it as well.
He doesn't. He cares no percent.
He cares no percent.
Yeah.
I don't speak for Steve.
I don't think you.
I couldn't-
Anyone's ever used
Steve,
that
would you get
turn of phrase.
offended if he started talking about golf? No.
How have you not all had a word with him and said, hey, and literally said,
Roll
why
credits.
golf is like a shit fucking Tory sport. It's not even a sport. It's just old divorced men fucking hitting a little ball around a fucking
Yeah,
field. It's
but he's
shite.
getting practicing early for when he is one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's going early.
But it's like, I wouldn't.
He loves it. He genuinely
There's loads of
loves
comics
it.
who are bang into it.
Yeah, because we're all in that. We're in the age zone, aren't we?
Do you reckon it's because the footy's not been on?
No, I reckon it's because he's trying to make the new thing his personality.
Mate, I wish I cared.
You get to a certain age, you either make
Best mates fucking
No.
firing shots.
you either make cooking, gardening, DIY, or golf.
Yeah,
What's yours?
I've went for gardening.
Gardening.
I just mow the lawn twice a week. I think to say gardening is part of my personality is a bit rich. But I know what you mean. You go to some
go on one
standard
of them
middle-aged
things. Yeah.
sort of
And I've got
Cooking
one.
for me. That's
cooking.
my-
Eating.
CUCK. Because I could be with you on that. I
Yeah.
could make that a whole part of my personality.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Right.
Tag
Can
team.
one of you, any of you explain what cooking is? This CUCK.
Oh, yeah.
Cooking.
What is it?
Cuckold.
Freddie?
No,
I think
honestly,
Freddie should
I've
explain.
heard different versions from different people on what this
I've
is.
Googled it and
I
I've
am-
seen no.
So basically,
No, I've seen.
Barry, imagine watching your missus get railed and being like, "This is great." That's literally it.
All right,
Yeah.
so it's not.
You're not allowed to play Xbox though, because I know that sounded good for a second. Fucking hell. Finally, a bit of quiet time.
Yes, it's basically.
Devante's coming round. Great. I can do the hoovering.
Devante.
Well, I think we all know what I was implying.
Yeah, cooking, you have to watch. You can't just like leave the room and go like the shops.
Yeah, it's like it's
Okay.
like getting a thrill from your partner cheating on you and being brazen about it. You're
Hey,
cook, you're
hey,
cuckold.
hey. It's not cheating. It's just borrowing.
Right. Okay.
I'm not into it, like.
Right.
Tried it?
Nope.
Oh.
But I also haven't tried like getting shot.
That's a good point.
I'm not like that.
I know, but you've said to me several times recently you want to spend more time together. So you need to maybe open.
You haven't got the game.
What for big Says dogs?
Yeah, no chance.
I've said this for years, right? That I'm so lucky that all of my kinks require little to no cleanup. Do you know what I mean? Like you know those people who have like kinks that are like you think that must take you hours to get ready for that shit. You know, there's people who dress up as like fucking furries, or they like they've got a kink about like food or like sploshing and shit.
I always think after you've pooed on someone and like the moment's gone, you just clean and poo up.
Yeah, you know when you have a wank and you have a wank, you come, you go, and then you go, oh,
Yeah,
like that.
imagine they've
and
grabbed
then
when
you
you
just look
shit.
and there's a bit of cum and you're like, oh God,
No,
I'm a
and it's
dirty
pretty-
boy, aren't
if
I?
you're-
Imagine that, but with
Yeah.
a fat shit on your wife's chest.
Let me think. Oh.
Imagine rinsing out a fleshlight.
Barry, turn to your side. I bought
And
one.
just to confirm what Carl said about the garden, I did it with the garden tap.
You did it with the outside tap.
I
Why
did
does
with
that
the
make it
outside
so
tap.
much worse?
It totally
That's where
does.
you fill water balloons up.
Yeah, that's the primary use. It is as my role as an aqua paedophile. I mean, there is other things that is getting used for.
No. You either put a hose on it or water balloons. You don't put cummy fucking flashlights on it.
Dishwasher.
Right.
Are they safe?
You know,
You can't put it in the dishwasher with other dishes, though, surely.
no, it's a separate wash. And also, I would forget. And the dishwasher has a weird little thing of opening itself up just after it's finished. Like, bing bong, come and have a look, everyone. What's in there? Carl's Christmas present to me, a fleshlight. I went in the garden office. That's my little sanctuary for all things evil. Tried it out 3 or 4 times, and I didn't enjoy it.
Though they're
But then
shit, aren't they?
You're in the garden office, so if you need to clean it out, which you have to do because it's going to get rank, the closest tap was the outdoor tap.
Did you come
It
in
was
yours?
one of the lowest moments.
Did
Yeah.
you came in it? I couldn't even come in mine when I was using it. I got a flashlight.
Pulled out of a flashlight.
What, sorry?
You pulled out of a flashlight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come
because he
on,
really doesn't want to get anyone pregnant. Well, I just thought because Carl had bought it me for Christmas, I didn't want to
Do you know what?
be an ungrateful present receiver.
You know what nobody told me
Difficult
is
to
that
re-gift.
They're stone cold inside.
Facebook Marketplace.
They're fucking stone cold inside.
Yeah, if you're an amateur and you don't put it on the radiator for 20 minutes.
I didn't put it on the radiator. It was like fucking a dead woman. It was horrible.
You have no way of knowing what that feels like, Freddie.
What's sorry? It was like what I imagined fucking.
There you go.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
there you
What's it
go.
like?
Why have you asked me to put this on the screen?
Look at her, mate.
So the level up from this is a full sort of sex doll model, and this is the Thrust Pro Elite Roxy Lifestyle Realistic Sex Doll.
Can we see the reviews?
No.
3 5-star
I
reviews.
read the reviews yesterday. The blonde ladies got the better reviews.
Racist reviewers.
And so, like, they are, like, I mean, keep talking among yourselves. Like,
Are you guys sponsored by Love Honey? Is that what this is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So how much do you get?
Well, I
off?
think-
20% off? Is it?
So you're getting less than like 1,500 quid off.
Not to slag your sponsors off, but I think
1,500 quid,
1,750 quid for a sex doll is fucking highway robbery.
So
I think it's a good one.
there's one. So
How is it good? What's it got, like speakers?
I'm gonna read one out.
yeah.
Though she is lifestyle and petite, she's just the right size to cuddle up to at night.
Oh no.
She is a little cold to the touch, but at first soon warms up with contact. She arrives in the box the size of a small coffin, which requires 2 people to carry it. It's difficult to carry it up and down the stairs.
Also, she weighs 6 to 7 stone, so care needs to be taken when taking her up and down. Do you know, if I worked for Operation U-Tree, I'd just go on the reviews for this and be like, cool, this is just making our
Who
job
measures
so
things
much
in
easier.
coffin size? It's about the size of a small coffin, that.
Undertakers.
Not
Yeah,
even
yeah, to
them.
be fair.
I reckon they do.
I need a new door. It's about 2.5 coffins. Oh, audible.
What door would be 2.5 coffins?
A church door.
coffin's is bigger than a
A
person.
church door.
Oh, yeah, true.
Well, that was horrible.
Yeah,
How
it was
mad's
gross.
that, by the way? Look at Barry. He's like, I can't believe that's public.
You can't believe, because you paid less, didn't you? Look at his face, 1750.
I didn't know you had a discount
Yeah,
code.
yeah.
Have you never used a fleshlight, Barry?
No.
No,
Have I?
Have you ever had so what's the weirdest sex toy you've used on your dick or ass?
Honestly, nothing.
You've never had like.
I've never done a fleshlight. I've never tried a cock ring. Have you not? I've never whacked anything.
You never had like a finger up your bum?
No.
But how do you know that you might not be missing out on something great?
I'll save it for later in life, and I'll find out then. You can't have some surprise.
See, I was
Also,
like-
he's got OCD, Freddie. The amount of washing he'd have to do if a finger went up his arse. That's literally, that's a week of deep cleaning.
But you don't know you might like it. I was like this with sun-dried tomatoes. I didn't touch them for years, and then now I put them on everything.
Up your arse.
See, I've never tried
I
olives.
use balsamic vinegar as a fucking lube.
Middle class perv you are.
Never tried olives in a fleshlight.
Never tried olives. Never had sex with a fleshlight. Never brought anything into the house that's coffin shaped. I've led a relatively boring
No,
life.
that's not boring. That's quite normal there.
Yeah, some people like the idea. It's the, I think with cooking, apparently, as in not,
As in CUK.
as in,
that could've been
yeah.
Yeah.
Aye. Shake the pan and shake myself. I think that they like the fact that they're there, so there's no cheating going on, and then afterwards there's like a reclaiming. So and so fucks off. Big Gary from the pub goes home, and then the cook goes, "Now you're mine again."
I thought it was more like being the substitute goalkeeper in a winning team.
Scott Carson.
You technically won the match, but you didn't have to do anything. Do you know what I mean? I thought that was what the...
Scott Carson's got 2 Champions League medals, but he hasn't earned it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Scott
Do you know, but I think people just make the deals. It sounds ridiculous, but people make their deals, don't they? And some people can just make more complicated deals within a relationship.
Would you be the cooker? As
With
in the
what?
man who comes round and does the deed?
Did you see?
I honestly, I find the whole thing.
Yeah.
I find the whole thing like I quite like that porn. I don't know what it is. 10 years ago, every time Adam's like it's mentioned, Adam goes, "Oh, I just could not even imagine." I think I was more like that. I'm getting dirtier as I get older, and I like the. I don't know. I find it that there's something about it I find quite interesting.
Would you want it to be a friend or a stranger?
Don't know. Yeah, someone from the PTA. I just feel that's a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah.
Laura's thinking about getting involved in the parish councillor. She wants to, get involved.
Please touch
Maybe
my
we'll
hand.
meet new people. They need to sort out the fucking the roads. And another thing.
And you're there pimping Laura.
Yeah.
Can you click and see what else he's reviewed?
Has he got a profile?
Do you know what I mean? Like,
No.
see, not like.
There's
I'm
no
just
way.
like-
But he's called Jabberwocky.
Might be Lewis Carroll. Is there any sex toy, Barry? Going back to you, is there any sex toy that you would like that could be invented that would pique your interest enough for you to try it? So let's say, for example, tomorrow a new sex toy comes out, and it's this amazing thing that it straps over your dick and balls. And it gives you a blowjob that's like amazingly realistic, and it like washes your balls at the same time. And it's good for you. Like,
How's it go? Hang on, how's it go for you? There's a little sun lamp that's giving you vitamin D.
there you go. Exactly. You get to photosynthesize your cock and balls.
I don't go.
I think
out
it's
enough.
pretty clear that Barry's not going to go, oh yeah, that sounds fucking great. You're asking the wrong dude. I'd give it a try. If Carl bought it me for Christmas, I'd be well in.
Oh, hint.
What about if there was something that sort of cleaned up the jizz afterwards? So it was playing on your clean freak side, and also
Like those
it's a bit
little
of fun.
hoovers that go around your
Yeah.
house.
Oh, a little sexy cum hoover.
Hello, my name
Why did you look at Finn? Carl just literally little sexy cum hoover. Like Finn.
No, I had the mum joke. I just didn't do it. And now he made me do it. Yeah.
Are you all finished, Barry?
Cheryl.
Hello.
No, because even with those hoovers, you've got to clean them out. So you just have to clean out your own globular semen.
You've got it comes with another one who cleans that out.
Yeah.
It comes with something that cleans Cheryl.
And then
as well.
that one you clean outside, when you're not making water balloons.
What bin do you put that in?
Turns it into compost.
Oh, compost. Hey.
You two are proper mates, aren't you? This is why I thought it was interesting. Because, when we get guest hosts on,
This is why I thought
feel
it'd
like-
be interesting.
this is because I sort of forget that you speak to each other on the phone quite a lot, don't you?
Yes.
I've known Barry since we started out. He's my first mate in stand-up, but how long have you been doing stand-up? You've been doing stand-up about 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
So we've all been mates with you for 10 years or so.
Yeah.
But you two have become little comedy phone buddies.
Car buddies.
Yeah, we talk about once
phone
a week.
buddies. Yeah, ring.
That's mad. I wasn't. Sorry,
Just-
this isn't an offence, but I would never have put you two together.
I think that's probably why we get on, because we've got.
We massively bring out the worst in each other.
Yeah.
He brings out the worst in you.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because I've got a really dark sense of humour.
I sense a podcast.
I think it's pretty clear Rob Mulholland brings the worst out of you. If we're playing the game.
Yeah, oh, God, yeah.
Shout out
yeah,
Dead
yeah,
Men
yeah.
Talking.
Yeah, we had a. I don't know if I can talk about. I'll fucking talk about. An episode that's coming out of ours soon is about. I was comparing it at Hot Water.
Oh, God.
And there was a couple on the front row who had a matching tattoo. And I was like, why have you got why have you got a matching tattoo? And he was like, dead baby.
Yeah.
And I was like, So we did a whole.
The tattoo of the baby.
No.
Oh.
In hell. No, man. It was like
Its name.
but the thing is it got so tense in the room as well.
No shit. I wonder how that felt.
But
If you go, someone, what's that? And you go, dead baby.
yeah, but the thing is I didn't know what it like. There's no way of knowing. You were just following a normal line of inquiry.
No, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they were but they're doing that thing.
To be
that,
fair-
apparently he's really healthy with grief, of sort of instead of ignoring it, own
a
it.
tattoo.
They
talk
came up
it,
to us
get a
afterwards
tattoo,
and they were like,
do
we
an Edinburgh
loved
show.
it. We were so on board. Because for them, like I say, you can't change what's happened, can you? It's just how you internalise it and how you deal with it.
Where was
I
the
think a lot of
tattoo?
people with dark humour's like that. What?
Where was the tattoo so visible?
It was on the wrist, and they were both using wearing short sleeves.
Makes sense. I thought it was like a neck tattoo. I was going to say, it's a bit brazen, isn't it?
I think you've got to be really careful where you get memorial tattoos. I've always said this because
I've always said this.
It's his mantra.
if you have a dead nan or whatever, and you get a memorial tattoo of her on your right forearm, every time you have a wank, you're going to think, don't get jizz on Nana. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't get cum on my Nana memorial tattoo. And it's going to put you off.
How often do you come on your own forearm? That's one of the only places I've never got cum. Oh.
The Spider-Man finish.
Yeah.
Don't get the tattoo on your belly like Conor McGregor, yeah? Because that's, it's a common place, isn't it?
I saw an arsehole tattoo. Was looking at some porn the other day. Every day. When I say the other day, one of any day that's existed in time.
Do you watch porn every day?
Well,
Yeah.
Didn't you say you had multiple wanks a day?
Yeah.
So then surely you do, or do you not?
No, so I'm really conscious about not wanting to lose my imagination. So occasionally what I'll do is I'll have a couple of imagination wanks just to sort of like,
keep you ticking.
Yeah, it's like when boxers train for 15 rounds when they only need to do 12. Like, I'm just making sure that I can still do it.
You still got it in the locker?
Yeah. Still got it in the distance. Because I'm really paranoid that if you go down a rabbit hole too much on YouTube, then you're only going to be able to watch like
YouTube?
You porn or whatever. Like, you're only going to be able to watch Mexican.
I tell you what, Freddie, if you think porn's only on YouTube, I'm about to blow you away and let you know there's more porn online and it's a bit more risky. I think imagination wanks might be on the way out.
Really?
I saw a bum tattoo, a spider web, all around a lady's bumhole.
It's to remember my Nana.
She's killed by a spider. Why?
And Nana was called Charlotte.
Very good.
I literally had to pause the video to go.
Oh, did you like it?
No, I didn't. Oh. But I don't know what makes you go. I've seen these spider tits. Spider tits. Spider tits. I've seen that. But the bumhole, to have a spider's web all around your bumhole, and also how'd you go into the tattoo artist and when they're like, what are you after? Another dead nan? Nah.
Another one.
Let me tell you.
Have you seen the video? I've seen it on Twitter a few times. There's a video of a woman getting a tattoo, like
In a cooch.
Yeah, and then she just squirts all over the tattoo guy.
It's fake though, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
set
Well,
up.
you've ruined my imagination.
I saw it the first time and I was like, what? And it's set up.
That's a shame.
Does she actually squirt though?
I don't know what they've done to make it look set up, but it's from the end of the shop, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can see down at the shop. And it's like the pain has got her to the point where she just goes, wah! I have never made a girl squirt, so I don't know. Oh, no, once. But I think she was...
Soldier Boy?
Did they go, It was so long ago when I made a girl squirt that she went, cowabunga! What's that? Like it was a while ago.
Ding 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 ding.
And the time before that, we'll meet again.
She squirts.
I don't. Fucking hell. I don't.
He's lost.
Where'd you stumble across?
Spiderweb bumhole tattoos?
Yeah, and she was getting a gooch tattoo. I haven't even seen Avatar yet. You've all fucking been watching.
Oh dear, buddy.
Just don't know where he's.
Hey, do you know what I
I
saw?
spilt my sneak.
Do you know what I saw? You know what I saw in the cinema the other day?
Baker.
Oppenheimer. I watched Barbie.
Great, isn't it?
It's fucking good, man.
Very good.
It's real good.
Hang on. I was too busy with this the spilt sneak, but that absolutely deserves a...
I can't hear it.
It's a screech.
Oh,
Just
he's
a
deaf. I'll
screech.
watch Barbie porn.
So I've watched Oppenheimer and Barbie now,
Same.
and I've
Yeah,
got to
same.
tell you, I massively prefer Barbie.
They're incomparable,
And
though.
I think that if you're a man who is like, I don't want to watch Barbie, I'm only going to watch Oppenheimer because one's about a doll and one's about a bomb. fucking grow up and be a bit more secure in your masculinity, you fucking pussyhole.
Correct.
I
Like,
agree with that.
Barbie is fucking superb.
it's a great
And
film.
so is Oppenheimer.
And
though.
so
They're
is
both-
Oppenheimer.
they're both
Ah,
great.
no, I wasn't mad. Look, the last hour of Oppenheimer, I think is great, but the first 2 hours, fuck.
Oh, so that's
me.
unpopular. Most people say the other way around.
Really?
It could have ended after the bomb, but I mean, spoilers.
I thought the first hour was just
Drop the bomb.
I mean, for the film.
the first
People
hour
died.
was just
Look at Barry's
everyone
face.
going, "You're a genius, Oppenheimer. You're so clever. You're so smart." And then the second hour was just scientists being fucking boring, argumentative. Oh no, we can't use it out of lithium. Let's make it out of bithium. And oh fuck, it gives a fuck.
He's
And then the
paid
minute that they drop the
Bithium.
bomb,
Did you say bithium or biffium?
I don't know.
The lithium bomb is nasty. Just a big phone.
The Biffium bomb's pretty bad as well, isn't it? That's fucking Gated for you again.
Tattoo.
But isn't Oppenheimer the one that's in the IMAX? You've got to see it on a massive screen and all that.
No,
saw it in
I think
IMAX.
that's the IMAX people telling you that you need to.
I,
They do
watched
that
it,
with
I
every
saw it in
film.
IMAX.
Yeah,
But I don't get
that's
the
the
point.
big screen
Because
people.
there's only one bomb.
No, but it's the whole. They filmed it on.
Yeah, but the rest
the
of
IMAX
you
cameras.
don't need it all IMAX for just the chatting.
The sound's better. Christopher Nolan films, the sound is awful.
What do you
normally,
expect
but
that?
it's better.
What, move you into a big room for a big screen for the bomb, and then you get your own little
Well,
handheld.
no, like
for...
you put like something like Armageddon would be good on like a massive screen. Whereas
Film references from Avatar and Armageddon.
He's on the A's, isn't he?
He searches Netflix alphabetically.
Got Amelina.
Armageddon's one of the best films ever made.
Oh, he is
s-
Adam.
I've seen. I can quote word for word
Oh my
that
God,
movie.
yeah.
Well,
I
wait till
fucking
you watch
love it.
Avatar. I mean, you've still got round to. You've still got to watch A Dog's Life yet before you get to it. Armageddon's not one of the best films ever made. It's fucking wank.
It's amazing.
It's wank.
It's my hangover
It's fucking
film.
wank.
Or was my
All right,
hangover.
here's a question.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are they turning fucking drillers into astronauts? Wouldn't it be easier to turn astronauts into drillers?
No, you don't understand drilling. It's very complicated. It takes
Drilling's
years.
an
As
to
art.
get
opposed to being an astronaut?
It's Michael
Yeah.
Bay, isn't it?
Come on,
Ben
Freddie.
Affleck asked that, and Michael Bay said, "Shut the fuck
Shut
up and
up,
do
yeah.
your job."
Really?
Freddie, it's being an astronaut easy. You just get to sit in, bounce around on the moon, piece of piss. Drilling asteroids, not easy.
I've never seen it.
Okay.
Next question.
How many astronauts can you name?
You what?
Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong, Yuri Gagarin. There's three.
Okay. How many drillers can you name? Point.
UK.
Fucking
JLS. JLS, all them. Them boys are doing the drill now.
Thanks, Finn.
I liked it.
All right, great point, Freddie. You're absolutely right. It's absolutely ludicrous. Oh my god. Fucking Captain Suspend Disbelief. This is preposterous. Dolls can't talk. I don't even know I've stayed.
No,
Pathetic.
I
Toy
just-
Story. This is stupid. Toys are inanimate. You silly little children. I'm out.
I have a real problem with like films that are,
Tell me why you like that film then about the Barbie doll.
what you mean Barbie?
Barbie, yeah. And how
Film
it's
about the Barbie doll.
and this one that's not. If you see if
Ryan
Armageddon's
Gosling in it.
preposterous.
Well, I thought that Barbie was a pretty easy watch, and I thought it was really funny as well. Like,
Is
I
it
thought
comedy?
It was consistent. It's kind of sort of like
It's very meta.
Yeah.
You know, a Pixar film has like fucking jokes for the parents. It was like that.
Yeah.
It's,
The last
it's a
joke
good
is like
film.
that, isn't it? The very
Yeah,
last
yeah.
joke is for the parents.
It's all good. And do you know what? And I think you'll agree with me on this. I can see people watching Barbie again and again and again.
Yeah.
There ain't no way in hell anyone's watching Oppenheimer more
I
than
want
twice.
to watch it again.
I'd want to watch it again, but only in the cinema. I think. I don't think I could watch it at home. Oppenheimer.
Really?
Barbie, I could watch again.
Barbie is a hangover film. You could watch that hanging out. Imagine watching Oppenheimer hungover. Fuck that, man.
Yeah, that's not a hangover film, is it?
Yeah.
That's like, there's certain films that are not suited to, like, no one's like buckling down for The Pianist when they're hungover. Like, do you know what I mean? There are films that are, but there are amazing films, I know what you mean, that you watch, enjoy. Like There Will Be Blood is unbelievable.
Oh, it's great,
I
isn't it?
loved it. And I don't think I've rewatched it in ages because it's a lot.
I rewatch it maybe once every 6 months. I love
Really?
It. Yeah.
Man.
And I like the fucking, my name is Daniel Plainview. I have a son, HW. I love it. It's just fucking brilliant, man. I love,
Drank up your oil.
yeah. Yeah.
Like a milkshake.
I'm an oil man. I have
Love it.
numerous prospects all over the area, so believe me when I say that I can help you better placed than any other oil man in the area can do.
I love it. It's fucking great. film, man.
Spoilers.
Holy shit.
If you
That
had
was
Daniel
your
Day-Lewis
original
impression on your
act,
bingo
wasn't it?
card, tick that off.
What do you mean?
Of all the films I could have picked, the one that Freddie was like, I watch it every 6 weeks. Do you know what? I'll just do it for you now.
But your original stand-up act was reciting, like you just did
Yeah,
there.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Barry, have a dig.
Your head was mad then as
Yeah,
well. You
the-
grew into your head.
The-
You have grew into your head.
yeah. I got a proper C-section head, don't I? Do you know
No,
what I mean?
your head looks fine now, but your head looked mad back then.
What's a C-section head?
A head that you're like, that's not coming out. You know.
Hey, someone said the back of your head's really flat.
You what? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the doctors.
Who said that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, exactly.
God, yeah.
You could spirit level that.
Are you all right, Barry?
He's called to have a word. He just wants to be audible to everyone. You big flat-headed cunt.
No, I've always had a massive fucking head. Like, always.
You know? But I'm saying you suit it more now.
Yeah. Well, also as well, I've had my haircut. I had my haircut yesterday.
That'll be it, yeah.
Not happy with it as well. Because, so I go to I want to say Turkish. I go to a
don't.
barber's near...
Turkey.
No, near where I record my podcast. And basically, the guy knows like a tiny amount of English, and that suits me fucking fine. Because if there's one thing I hate, it's barber chat. I fucking hate. Oh, what you up to today? Getting my hair cut now. Shut the fuck up. I hate it. I don't
innit?
like it at all. You what?
It's a bit rough.
I don't. Do you like talking to your barber?
Well, I know my barber.
What? But who's ever decided? Who was the first barber to be like, do you know what? I'm going to introduce a bit of bedside manner.
Edward Scissorhands. No, wasn't it? No, what's it?
What? Sweeney Todd.
He'd be a good barber, though. Fucking my man's got the fucking utensils.
Nah, mate. Barry, there's no way you like being talked to with your barber. There's no way. I know.
Have you got a barber?
Yeah.
Do you not do it yourself?
No, I let it grow wild, and then I just
That's
like
growing wild.
Then I like, oh no, it'll grow longer than this, and then I'm like, right, just like factory settings and just off, gone.
Yeah.
Then start again.
Why aren't you? Why do you need a barber? I know you win. Like you. How are you not just shaving your own head and trimming your own beard?
Because my head's massive. It takes ages.
You can't Oh
I've got
my
to get a
god!
landscape gardener in.
It's a two-man job.
Did you get your beard done?
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? He fucked the beard up, and there's a line on the beard now because he made it too short. Because here's the problem, right? I love going to them because they are cheap, and I am a fucking cheapskate. And
they're Muslim, and you've got that look.
They don't talk to me, right? But the problem is because they know about 8 words, there's no quality control. So sometimes they literally shave my head and they barely take anything off. And other times they literally take most of my beard off. So you've no really idea what you're going to get until you get it. But that's the price you pay, innit?
How much are we talking?
I think it's 14 quid.
What are the 8 words?
That's about standard at the minute.
Is it?
Yeah.
Not for me. What are the 8 words?
What, sorry?
What are the 8 words?
Very, very good. Very, very bad.
3 words.
Very, very good. Very, very bad. Garlic mayo.
We're up to 5. Any more? Barry?
Fuck flathead.
I'm Turkish, Barry. Barry, you've got a pass. It's all good. It's
you
all
Turkish?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're all good. Go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He's half Turkish, half Welsh. Look at him.
Look at him.
Clearly.
Barry, have you stopped listening to the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, right? No, but I've stopped listening to most podcasts because I'm constantly fucking editing my own ones. I didn't know you're Turkish.
Half Turkish, half Welsh.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I do know that. Sorry.
You know now.
Barry, have you had a stroke in the break? What happened there at the Nando's? You've come back like, all of this bumhole talk.
I don't know. I think I got a bit taken aback by. I think we went in strong with fleshlights, and then that bloke measuring things in coffins, then the spider arsehole, and then the.
And then we're like, here's a film recommendation.
And then Freddy Quinne's telling me that Barbie's a good film. It feels like a wind-up. It feels a bit
It is a good film,
It
Paddy.
is.
You would love
Genuinely.
it as well.
No irony there. It's a good
It's
film.
been
Yeah, it's
reviewed very
good.
well.
It's made
Greta
$1 billion.
Gerwig, very solid director. Directed Lady Bird, Frances Ha. She's good. No bonebacks in it. He did Marriage Story.
Greta Gerwig.
And The Squid and the Whale. Yeah, I like films.
Shout out to the person I put out a little request just asking for people to recommend films that me and Laura could watch, and someone sent the recommendation The Green Mile just out of nowhere. Just The Green Mile. It's really good. You're like, yeah, it is. And when I watched it 20 years ago, I thought that's really good.
I mean, Barry's only on Armageddon, isn't he? So
No, I've seen Green Mile. I'm not sure I could.
Just one of the recent ones.
I don't think I could go through it again. Isn't that like
yeah,
a proper
I've
trauma?
watched it once and I can't watch it again.
really,
Heartbreaking.
Great film, but it's just fucking harrowing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not harrowing.
It is harrowing.
brilliant.
Yeah.
I suppose it is a bit harrowing.
yeah,
It
no,
is.
it's good. I like it.
No,
Because
it's a
isn't
great
isn't
film.
there a bit with a mouse?
Yeah,
where
Mr. Jingles.
Yeah, he
Where
shoves
he
it on the
stands
glass.
on the-
cornbread, Mr. Jingles?
Sorry. Hang on. Is that the bit that you find harrowing and not the guy being executed brutally?
I pussied out of that halfway through. I realised what I was doing. I was like, oh
It's in
dear.
the trailer.
Oh, mama! That's it's one of those actions you got to commit to if you're doing it, and I fucking wimped out. I panicked. I really panicked.
He's in Armageddon, that one.
John Coffey,
Yeah.
in the thing, yeah. He's in Daredevil as well as he's Kingpin.
Yeah.
How is the Green Mile the bit? You're
He's
like,
dead, isn't
There's
he
a
now?
mouse. There's a
Yeah,
mouse
he
that
is.
dies.
He is.
He's dead. I mean, that's one of the the mouse, and then when he throws all of my gear up, like Spider-Man out of his mouth.
It's not the most horrifying thing about the Green Mile, though, is it? The
No, but
mouse.
doesn't he like stand
No,
on
the
the side?
execution bit with the dry sponge is a bit grim, but
Yeah, I
like,
think that's the one that sort of hits home a little bit more.
Yeah, it's that sad. You little
Do
bastard.
you know?
Is it I care more about. Is it? It's this will turn out to be the sign of a psychopath or something. I care more about
No,
animals
that's
than
the
I do
opposite of a
humans.
psychopath.
Is
That's
it?
a sociopath.
Right.
I care more about animals than I fucking love dogs and that. People couldn't give a fuck. Mate, honestly, you know when you see like a
Lie.
tramp with a dog in the street, I always look at the dog and I go, oh, poor dog. I don't even register. Like,
So do I.
I don't know why that is. And it's clearly fucked up. Mate, honestly, my podcast, you get that many fucking people showing severed dicks and fucking heads exploding and stuff. Nothing. You show me a picture of a sad dog, I'm in fucking bits, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if there was a fucking bus hurtling down the road and the brakes are gone and there's a kid and a dog in the road,
Kid's different.
and
though, innit?
you don't save the kid,
No, the dog. How old's the dog? What breed?
It's 6 months old and it's your dog.
Okay, how old's the kid? What breed?
6 months old.
6
and
months
it's your-
old and it's your.
weighing up fucking.
Thank you for catching that one because I was getting fucking nervous.
It speaks so badly of you if you're not instantly saving that
No,
child.
change it from a kid then. There's like 10 dogs and then like 10 70-year-old people.
Dogs. Again, it could be one dog
How
and 10
slow is
70-year-old.
this fucking bus coming? One at a time.
No, they're all stood next to each other. But you can push them all out the way with a big bat.
They're all in a trolley.
Yeah, it's a less famous quandary, this one. There was 233 geese and 42 pensioners.
Oh, fuck the geese. Well, that's my geese. But dogs, the
Yeah.
pensioners are getting it.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. But also as well, like within that, not all dog breeds are equal.
Oh, dear.
Do you know what I mean?
Go on.
Shout out anybody who's got a collie, your dogs are fucking awful. Unless you live on a farm, there's no need for you to have them. I've always said this. I genuinely believe
They're lovely dogs.
there's plenty of dog breeds that I don't think normal people should be allowed to have. So the idea that you, as somebody who's never owned a dog before,
Husky.
can go and buy a Rottweiler without knowing anything about dogs and just have one is insane. You should have to show proof of, like, in order to get a Rottweiler, you should have to show, like, oh, I've had 2 Labradors and a poodle. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
you've worked your way
prior
up to
ownership.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like insurance. Like if you buy a 150 grand supercar at 19 years old, you just can't get insurance for it.
This is it. And it should be the same with dogs. There's no first-time dog owner that should be allowed to have a fucking Cane Corso. Because
Oh,
if you
they're
get that
fucking
wrong,
beautiful,
it's
though.
ripping your fucking... It's ripping a face off.
I can't. Oh, what?
Cane Corso.
It's
A
a
Cane
it's a
Corso?
big fucking dog. It's a beautiful though, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they're gorgeous and stunning dogs. And there's, again, to really stress this point, there's nothing wrong with the breed. It's just... Look, if you got a little sausage dog, right? Now, your sausage dog, if you fuck raising that,
Oh, God.
if you mess it up, not being funny, it's not dangerous to nobody because you could boot that down the fucking stairs. Like, it's...
And if you did, then I'd set your fucking granddad's house on
But I'm just saying, if that dog lost it one day and came
No one
at
would
you,
notice.
no one would notice because it's a tiny little thing.
If that did, you're
the
dead.
consequences are low. Jack, you got a boxer. Now, if you fuck raising that, that's a dangerous animal. That can rip a kid's face clean off.
Lovely imagery there to close out this section.
Well, I'm just saying.
Can a Corso, what size of a small car? Those big fucking, they're like unbelievably large.
Oh, mate, I saw a dog recently. Have you ever seen Google Caucasian Shepherd? So I was having a pint in a tiny little...
It's called German Shepherd, Freddy.
No, Caucasian Shepherd. So these dogs were bred for hunting wolves and keeping livestock safe in like Siberia.
I've seen the videos of them. Literally, they fight for meat with wolves.
They are huge. And I saw one in a sleepy little pub in Lancashire led down while its owner was having a pint. And it's like, why have you got this? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Ever seen a Tibetan Mastiff? Now that is a bastard.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's not even a dog.
Like Tina Turner.
It looks like fucking
If you get a Tibetan Mastiff and don't call it Tina Turner, you're not concentrated.
Bungle. Looks like Bungle
Don't
from
call
Rainbow.
Tina Turner a Mastiff though. Don't flip it. They're the big boy.
Let's have a break. Tibetan Mastiffs. Hello, everyone. Now it's time to talk about my actual favourite sponsor. It's Manscaped. Woo. And they've just brought out, for the first time in the UK, we're revolutionising this shit, the beard hedge trimmer. No!
The beard hedger.
The beard hedger pro kit.
Yes.
Just as a little behind the scenes, we cannot do this advert several times. This has to be the advert, so let's get it right.
Yes.
This is an amazing bit of kit. What's it include? It's because it's revolutionising beard trimming, isn't it, Finn?
So you got that.
Read them from the box, Finn.
I'll read it from the back. It says, go on, get wet.
Oh, yeah, you can get wet.
Soften your beard with shampoo and conditioner.
Oh, that's included.
Just for your beard, not for your hair.
Hurry up, Finn.
Tame your mane. Detangle any knots with the beard comb, which is here somewhere.
Who doesn't hate a knotty beard?
Turn up your trim. So you got lots of different lengths on there, haven't you, Dan? It's adjustable.
Here's the Amish setting, and there is my wife's mustache setting. Amazing.
Yes.
Different settings.
Snip the strays with the beard scissors.
And they're sharp because Finn just hurt himself with them just minutes ago.
Brush out your burl. So you just give it a little brush.
Don't ever touch my beard.
It's all nice. And then you style and profile with the moisturizer, or the beard oil or the beard balm.
Oh, there's loads
So
of
much
stuff.
to
Look
do.
at all this stuff. It's so good. Just get it in. Just get it in. And it comes in cardboard, and that's recyclable. Oh, what's this, Finn?
That's the comb.
Oh, that's the comb.
beard comb.
Oh my God, Laura will love that. Anyway, manscaped.com. Use code
Word 20
for
20% off and free worldwide shipping.
Come on, let me just shave you a little bit.
Go on, do it.
Ready? Oh, did that feel good?
It felt amazing.
It felt good to do. Manscaped.com, the actual tits. Here we are, boys and girls. Final section of this Have a Word.
Hello.
Carl, have you got a question by
I
any
just
chance?
saw it on TikTok. I think someone sent me it on Instagram actually. They did. I can't remember his name. Sorry, whatever your name is. If there was a box, and inside the box is everything you've ever lost, what's the first thing you'd look for?
Me nan.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, surely
My nan's ring.
Oh, yours is nailed on.
I found that.
Did you?
Did you, Carl?
It had a tattoo around it.
I've never really lost anything massively important, to be honest with you. Like, apart from people, but
Nothing.
I don't
really.
think I have either.
Once I lose something, I make peace with it and I get on with my fucking life.
A
I'm
couple
not
of
like,
t-shirts that I'd love to have.
Sunglasses. So many pairs of sunglasses.
Oh my God.
It's a really,
I've literally lost
really
a pair
weird
of-
box, innit? Oh, there are my AirPods, all those sunnies, and my nana.
Finn's gone with
She's just
AirPods.
literally there. 8 pairs of sunglasses are going, these tunes are banging.
I don't think I've lost anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
You've
would,
lost
be,
your-
I would be surprised if you don't have receipts from 2003, though.
That's the thing. I've got everything
Yeah.
neatly.
About your Xbox Live status.
Oh, do you know what? Yeah, I'd get my old Xbox profile back. If there's anyone from Microsoft listening who wants to reinstate
What was it called?
that account, I can't remember. And yeah,
but you can
he's
probably just
probably
Google
not
your
allowed to.
no, probably not. Probably not best to bring it up.
Yeah.
But it was. That gamer score I'd get back because that was years of work.
Such a nerd answer.
But I was quite highly ranked in the world on a specific game, and then just have it all taken away because you've got into some sort of heated discussion about stereotypes.
What was the heated discussion about?
French.
The French?
Yeah.
What was your stereotype?
Just about surrendering and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
you know,
Used to shout at 15-year-old French kids.
nobody knew how old they were. It was just
I could hear how old they were.
Your Honour.
He said they were 17.
What? Like little confused French kids. But why would you say this?
18 rated game. Like if you
Get off it.
Oh, I know what I'd have back in the box.
What?
My virginity.
Oh, would you start again?
Oh, yeah, I'd go back to... I'm not wasting it on Laura. That'd be a valuable thing, wouldn't it?
Wow.
Oh, yeah. If I was a virgin again with 2 kids at 42, that's valuable.
To who? Why?
What?
Who's it valuable to?
Well, fuck you, Freddy Quinne.
No. Who's going?
I'd be a
Do you know what I want? A 42-year-old virgin that's somehow
There's
inexplicably
defo women out there that's their king.
has.
Taking
Yeah, but
people's
look at the
virginities.
state of them. You know, like there's no fit woman that has that as a kink, is there? There's no supermodel that's like, yeah, I just want to fuck 42-year-old virgins with 2 children and a complicated family life. Like, fuck that shit.
She sounds sexy, though, Freddie. You made her sound like...
Hello,
I'm a German lady. Yes, I've got a bit of a strange kink. 42-year-old father of 2. With his virginity.
Why all English and then German for number?
She doesn't say English numbers.
9.
I think German's a sexy accent. That's I could see why you went
Oh,
there.
yeah. I've seen
German's
some-
good.
Yeah.
French is
Do it.
Deutschland. Deutschland.
What's the least sexy accent?
it's one from this country.
No, let's not. That's quite hack, innit? Let's go international.
Yeah.
It's the international.
I'm going with.
Birmingham.
Oh God, I've really painted myself into a box here, haven't I?
Dutch.
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 I
When
quite
they're
like
talking their
Dutch.
own language, they sound like
fuck
Sims.
my ash.
They sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Fuck
come
my
on,
ash.
do it now.
The hibbity hip hurrah. They sound great.
Oh, I like Afrikaans. That's yeah.
No,
Like,
I don't mind Dutch.
It's like fucking.
A dolphin.
It's like fucking Diane Ward, isn't it? Like that'd be amazing.
I have to say Mandarin sounds a lot.
Yeah, Mandarin's quite tonal and it's
Yeah.
a lot in it. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The Mandarin accent you don't like.
No, not the accent, the language, the sound of the language.
Oh, what are we talking
Are we
about?
doing
I
languages?
thought we were doing.
Are we doing?
accents.
Are we doing international?
What's
so,
the least sexy accent on an international lady?
Chinese. I changed my answer. Oh no, hang on.
You sound like Barry in that restaurant.
Fucking hell.
Is there one?
Australians?
No,
No.
no, some of the squeaky ones. That one of them.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thomas
exactly.
Green.
Yeah.
Thomas Green doesn't have a sexy accent. You're right.
I would go with. I'd go with South African.
I thought South
but
African.
not the Afrikaans kind of like, because that's cool. I don't like the sort of like, like the kind of like fucking
I am City African.
yeah. I don't know how to look at my dick and go fucking prawn. What?
What you going to do with
What
it?
film is that?
District 9.
District 9.
Fucking prawns. That's yeah. I like films. I mean, I know.
I know,
lots
we're
about
getting
things
that.
What's
I
your favourite
enjoy.
film, Freddie?
Oh,
What,
why?
sorry?
Why?
Truman Show.
Why?
It's a good film.
You never been tempted to start a film podcast?
No,
Why?
podcasts are shit.
I saw another question on TikTok.
It would be amazing watching Freddie upset the Muslim community via a podcast about the Truman Show.
This week we're offending random groups of people talking about films.
Get ready, buckle up for this one.
Yeah.
That's another
The
question.
film Up is actually a critique of Judaism. You're like, Freddie, shut up.
You're in a building for a year. You've got no contact with anybody else, and you've got no internet.
1,000 wanks.
It's not a film.
Okay.
You can take probably is actually.
With Zoe Deschanel.
1,000 wanks, but about 200 of them, imagination.
One film, one album, and one book. But that's all you can have.
Would
for
you
a
even
year.
pick
I
an
mean,
album?
I was going to say,
Carl,
I just
have you decided
fucking.
you're taking over prep this week? Right, I'm just going to try these.
So that's all you've got for a year, by the way. No other entertainment.
Yeah, I wouldn't even bother with the album. I've never listened to an album, so.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I think
Pathetic.
Armageddon,
Erasure.
best of Erasure.
No, you can't have best of.
What's
Why
the
not?
Erasure's greatest album?
Yeah.
The best of Erasure. Alan Partridge.
Yeah. The best of.
All right, Armageddon, chorus by Erasure, and probably the Bible. Honestly.
Fuck off!
You've got a
The
year to
Bible?
kill. Yeah.
The Bible?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you'll never finish it.
That's a book you want, the one that bores you.
No, but like, have you read it?
No, it's shite.
How do you know you've not read it?
I don't know, it's shite.
Yeah.
I've heard people talk about it. It sounds shit.
But the Barbie movie sounds shit, but everyone's in love with it, so you never know.
Compare the
I
Barbie
don't know
movie to the
anybody who's
Bible.
read the Bible cover to cover. Anyone,
I'm going to go with every priest.
from cover to cover. Stop.
You're making this out like it's a 50,000 page book. You could read it in a week.
No, Freddie.
It's boring. innit?
Doing the Bible, the Old Testament included, cover to cover, in a week would be...
It wouldn't be a great week.
It'd be a shit holiday.
It'd be a
Reading the Bible on the
When's
beach.
Dan? He's down at the beach again. He's only at Corinthians. He's having a fucking nightmare.
Right, well, what film are you going with and what book?
So I would go with Armageddon, Chorus by Erasure, and the Quran. Those are my three. No, I'd go with
Unlikely second reference of the day.
the one film. I would go with. Do you know what I really love watching over and over and over again? Moneyball.
Good film, well paced.
It's a good film, innit? And it's got loads of like good bits. Album wise, anything. Like I don't. Now that's what I call music 2003. Like,
Good
why
year.
not? You know,
Dilemma.
I listen to Yeah by Usher over and over and over again. Why not?
Dan?
Book? I don't care.
Oh, you have a book?
I don't really. Maybe an encyclopedia. How about that?
Good choice. You can
Oh,
learn.
that's a good. Yeah.
Better
So I
than
don't know
the Bible.
anyone that's read one cover to cover.
Dan, what are you going with?
I
I think we're going to pick the same film.
the same film. Go on.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
No.
No?
That's your favourite film?
No.
It
But
is.
it's
It could be
long,
very
it's long,
rewatchable though.
and very easy to watch.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
can see
know what you
myself
mean.
going for Avatar because it's really long.
Never seen it.
Never
I'm
seen
damned
it.
out. I'm a fan of James Cameron. There's just something about Avatar that I don't think I'm gonna like, but I will watch it.
I'm going to take the Barbie
eventually.
movie just to annoy Barry. But not even like the real one, just one of the ones they get on Netflix for kids. Like an animated one. Barbie's Dream House. I could probably go, maybe Pulp Fiction. I don't know if that you want to rewatch it over and over again, but
Intense, innit?
it's so incredible. Album. Oh, what? Again, I can't go something new because I might get sick of it. No, I think it might be a bit heavy. Snoop Dogg. Doggy Style.
Nice.
I've never
Great.
listened to that album and not enjoyed it.
Great
Yeah.
album.
And I go, Book, The Hungry Caterpillar. Same reason. It's mad. It's just dead hungry. Just keeps going.
A year's way too long. It's almost like anything that you pick doesn't matter because after 2 weeks you'd be fucking sick. Like, you know what I mean?
Should we do some simple pleasures?
Let's go.
Just simple pleasures. Whether you agree that it's a simple pleasure that people have been throwing them in. See what you think, Freddie. If you disagree, just call them a simpleton. and we're going to do it speed round again because I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood for a bit of a speed round.
So, just to quickly define what a simple
Here's
pleasure
an
is.
example. One of our best ones ever was, do you know when you got water in your ear and you do that and the warm feeling of it coming out?
Perfect. Yeah. Or when you have athlete's foot,
Go on.
you itch it.
Yeah.
Just when
A
you're
simple
Yeah.
pleasure.
I mean, like itching it.
The good example here is scratching an itch.
Yeah. Okay.
Although it is different if you've got athlete's foot
I've
because
never
it's
had athlete's foot. How have you got athlete's foot?
I've never.
Everyone athlete's body or head.
speed round.
I'm sorry, Barry, when you finish.
Stephen Elliott says, simple pleasure, the first chip out of a bag while you're driving back from the chipper.
Yeah.
So I can't listen to anything unless Barry's stopped laughing.
Sorry. Sorry, it was just really funny. Look, I'm a fat lad as well. Look, but that
What do you mean as well? What?
just him saying, how have you got athlete's foot?
It's made him sweat.
I am sweating.
Ben Ballantyne says, having a huge shit where you feel your stomach is empty, then getting straight
yes.
into bed.
What?
No, that's weird.
Whoa.
Hang
Could
on.
have just left it.
Ben Ballantyne. What happened there?
Is he wiping his ass?
It doesn't sound like it, does it? But I'm assuming.
That's a man who is really worried about shit in the bed. That's what his simple pleasure is. Is he's like, phew, I'm not going to crap my bed during the night because my stomach is empty. Ben, you fucking child.
Can I throw it out there? If I have a shit that late on at night, I'd then have a shower and go to bed.
You should always have a shower after the shit unless you've got toilet seat.
Oh,
You should always have a shower after a shit. You're insane.
What are you? You're walking around with a shitty arsehole. You're
Yeah.
insane.
Fine.
Yeah, but you can't have a shower in
Not
Marks and
asked about
Spencer's.
that at all.
Jerry Sue Olahead says, when something you've bought comes with batteries already in, so you can enjoy it straight away.
No, grow up, you child.
Does that make it sound like a dildo, though?
You are?
That makes it the way... I felt there was a little
enjoy
bit of...
it straight away.
So you can just
think that
enjoy it
makes
straight away.
second hand. I think I'd known that
What do you mean?
it would suggest that.
You know what you mean?
No,
Someone's
it's a
already
brand new
used-
thing that just
Yeah,
comes
out of a packet,
out of the packet
cellophane.
with batteries.
Oh, and it's just got batteries. Oh, yes.
Because the worst thing is having to find a little mini screwdriver.
Yeah.
Oh, the little Nancy screwdriver.
Christmas
I
cracker
honestly, as soon
screwdriver.
as I read that, I was like, "That's for." That felt like it was dildo related.
Yeah.
That was vibrate related. No,
Yeah.
Shout out
Charge
Jerry Sue.
dildos now, don't you?
Cameron Payne says, when you drop your phone and you're 98% sure it sounded like your screen smashed, you turn it over and see it's in perfect condition.
That's a great shout. Yeah, I can get on board with that one.
Screens don't really smash as much as they used to, do they?
Are they getting stronger?
Yeah, I think so. Because I used to smash my iPhone all the time. I've not done it for
With a
like.
case on it.
I've always had a case on it.
Oh, right. I haven't smashed mine, touch wood.
Joey Westhope says, pulling all the hair out of a hairbrush at once. Yeah, I love it. I love
That is
doing
fire.
Oh, it's mad. I'm doing it all
One
the time.
peel. Ah, yeah, I agree.
I've never had that feeling in my life. I don't think I've ever used hairbrushes.
Right. Well, I'm going to
Full
move on to little annoyances, and I'm going to throw one out. When I have to clean out, we roll in now because Adam can't do positive for too long. So it's worked out that we do the flip side of this, go from simple pleasures to little annoyances, sort of pet peeves.
When your golf clubs aren't properly maintained or whatever. When you fucking... What?
He's done that. He tried to clean him on the tree and didn't understand why we called him a super paedophile.
Yeah.
Super big.
Yeah, like
Super paedophile.
My little annoyance is
Now
when
that is a Marvel film we need to make. Can you imagine? Can you stop that bank robber? No, but I can fuck his kids.
why would his kids be at the bank with him?
That's the one film I'm watching. That's the one film. The super paedophiles.
So sad that the bank robber couldn't get childcare. What a shame. This is a state of the Tory government. Let us when I have to clean hair out of the Hoover as a bald man,
That's what.
I fucking hate it. It's
Yep.
When
the
it's wrapped.
Brush
roller.
spot. Yep.
Horrible. I have to cut it.
I've got animals as well.
Lord.
Pets.
I suppose.
Better way of saying it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Speed round on little annoyances. Chris Gannon says the cunts who camp at the boarding gate at the airport so that they're on the plane faster than everyone else.
Wankers.
Pricks. And they take your fucking real estate of your baggage above your seat.
Yes.
Throw it on the floor.
It's the only reason. It's the only reason to queue up if you're doing a short haul flight and you haven't got hold luggage. Like if you're getting on and you do need storage space, then if you get it in there first, it can't get too full. Because if it gets too full, they'll go, that has to go in the hold.
Yeah.
And then you have to wait for it on the conveyor belt. Yeah. But I also just think, just calm down, everyone.
George Erica did last night. She was on the front row, and when she got there, someone had used her bin. So she had to put hers like 15 rows down. But then at the end, when they all stood up, she refused to move until someone passed her bag. She
Good
went,
on
someone's
her.
used mine, so pass me mine. And they passed it along.
Who did that?
Serica.
Can I?
Nice.
I'm
That
not-
is fucking
I'm not sure.
power play.
Yeah.
You definitely fucking bottom to her, don't you? You definitely bottom to her.
Anything she
There
wants.
is no way in hell that she subs for any man. She is a fucking killer. I
I'm
like that
I'm
girl
not just
a lot.
any man, Freddy.
I know this. I couldn't handle it. I tried. I don't know if that's your real estate.
It fucking is.
It is.
That is.
What do you
That's
mean?
your chair and that's your
Exactly.
Not if you wander on late and everyone's already on the
Nah,
plane.
I'll tell you what it is. It's like parking outside your house. Like it should be yours,
Yeah.
but if it's busy, you just got to fucking find a space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but you get pissed off when someone's in it. Who the fuck's that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's still not
totally.
yours. It's still not yours.
Nah, the one above it is.
But it's not.
If everyone just used the one above theirs, then there's no problem, is there?
No,
Why-
but if everyone has a bag, if everyone has one of them fucking 10 kilogram bags, literally everyone on the plane, there wouldn't be room in the overheads. So there isn't set space.
above my seat's mine.
Don't get me wrong, I know exactly what you mean. If I was on there and I got on and some cunt had put all of it, I'd be like, great. But there is, if you are last on, you are going to struggle if everyone's got that baggage.
Can I tell you what my little annoyance is? And you probably already had this already, but it's the thing that annoys
Go for
me
it, Freddie.
probably more than anything else in the world. And it is people who are in a queue to pay for something and do not have their wallet or their form of payment out in their fucking hands ready to pay. Oh my God, what do you think was going to fucking happen? Do you think they were going to let you have it for free? Shut the fuck up, have it in your hand, have your phone in your hand, ready just to go bump and then you're off. Oh,
Don't even
pisses me off.
talk.
It drives me insane. It's
So
such a
you're
little
like,
thing.
that's how that level of annoyance is what I get about people who drive in the middle lane. That is my.
There should be snipers posts on every bridge.
I totally agree. Totally agree.
Blow their heads off.
Like, the rage.
I beep as I go past.
When you've got to go, oh yeah.
If I've got to do
blast the
something
whole,
dangerous,
giving
I'm
it
like,
that, yeah.
fucking move. Gobshite.
Do you ever look at
do you ever
them?
go right up close
Always.
You have
behind
a
them?
good look at them as well, and you go,
I think the problem is people calling it the middle lane because it's not.
It's the overtaking lane.
Yeah.
And when people go, oh, I'm in the fast lane, no, it's not though, is it? It's the
just-
second overtaking
Do you
lane.
ever go full beam on them? Just get up close behind, just bang full beam.
That is one of my go-to
Yeah, but
moves.
it's all, but that'd be a shit way to get 3 points, wouldn't it?
Who's giving you 3 points?
If a policeman sees you full beam someone in the middle in the overtaking lane, I think you could get done as well.
Should get a handshake, I think.
Yeah.
Well done, sir. This cunt's been driving for 40
So I'd
miles.
point out that if they were doing their job properly, that wouldn't have been in that
Exactly.
lane for that long.
All right, yeah, they love that. They love, yeah. Take the moral high ground with the police. They really enjoy it.
The police were doing 23 and a 30 by hours a day, and it was an unmarked car, so Serica was up their arse. And they pulled over and went, "Are you aware of safe stopping distances?" And I didn't say nothing. She was like, "Oh yeah, sorry." I was like, "You fucking cunt. She's going 7 miles an hour under the limit. Do you know aware of safe stopping distances?" Fuck off, pig cunts.
Oh my God, Adam.
I'm honestly, I'm kind of with you. I feel sorry for police in a way because I think 9 out of 10 police are sound and they're just trying to do their job.
That's just a power play.
But the one that you get that's a fucking arsehole is they're enough to ruin your fucking lives. And they have such a power trip.
power to be a pain in the
They have
ass.
such a fucking power trip.
I was
man.
on my phone at the lights of the day. You're not meant to be.
Yeah.
And the police went, "Put your phone away," which is a nice thing to
Sound.
do. Cool. Put it away. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then the next day, "Do you aware of safe stopping distances? You're going too slow. Move."
I pulled
What do you
out-
mean? Hang on. I'm not just trying to play devil's advocate. What do you mean?
We're on a 30 road.
Yeah.
Which is 35, let's be honest.
It's not, but go on. I mean, it's not.
no,
but yeah.
but to every driver it is.
Yeah.
And they were doing 23.
So to compensate that, Serica drove up their arse.
As in, like, come on, move out the way. What are you doing? And it was on
Yeah,
that
so
car.
what do you want them to move, like park up just to let you do
No,
speed?
speed up to the speed.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
30.
Get up to 30.
Why are you doing 23? What for?
Yeah, but it's two rights and a wrong, innit? You're going, you're too slow, so I'm going to drive dangerously behind you to prove a point. So they're always going to pull you over for that, aren't they?
No, but if they did 30, then Serica couldn't have done it. They would be going, oh, I'll do whatever I want and I can complain at you.
Yeah.
Serica could have went alongside me and speed up, not bad.
Yeah, what she's basically doing is, in a roundabout way, she's going, unless you drive slightly more quickly, I am going to be happy crashing into the back of you and paralysing you. And that's fair enough.
You're doing well to crash into the back of someone at 23 and paralysing them.
Yeah, but she's a hell of a woman. I don't know if you've ever seen her
They were on a
crash at
motorbike.
23.
I once...
Barry with the, actually, I've thought of a way. Motorbike.
You want to paralyse someone? Motorbike cyclist.
I once pulled out
Sorry,
a junction, and it was like 2 lanes. I pulled out the junction. There was loads of fucking time, but the car next to me sped to the side of me, and it was like this bald guy going, whoa, 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 like that. And so I went, fuck off. And then he went right behind me and turned his lights on.
Yeah, that's what
and
I
then I got pulled up, and it was...
Oh, it's fucking weird.
Yeah. I got pulled up, and it turned out that guy was like a police. He's the only guy in Lancashire licensed to be able to carry a gun whilst on duty, and they just caught somebody. And so he had to ring in for a road traffic person, and they took my car off me. No, they did a thing where you have to get it MOT'd and then show the MOT certificate again to like the police before you can drive it properly. It's a right fucking pain in the arse, and all because I went fuck off.
What
like
did you
that
do
to him.
wrong? Taking your hands off the wheel?
What they did is they went and they started checking my tyres, and they were like, "Oh, I think that's low tread. I think that's like that." They were just trying to get anything.
What happened initially? Sorry, to cause you to go.
I'd pulled out. Okay, I thought there was more than enough space, which there was. But the guy in the car behind pulled to the side of me, and he was like, "What?" And so I went, "Fuck off," like that, and then he turned his lights on.
But he sounds like a gobshite. Again, pig cunt.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what it is. That bloke's been running around with his fucking stupid little gun chasing criminals. He's got all pent up.
Yeah, I think
and then
he's
on his
mad.
way back to the station, he's been like, "I'm fucking John McClane, me." And then I've gone, "Go fuck yourself, you bald cunt." And he's gone,
I
"Ooh."
wish it was Serica that had been in front of him. That would have been fucking great. And then there'd have been a shooting. That would have been brilliant.
Yeah,
Serica would
Serica
have
shot
taken
him.
the gun off him.
Yeah, blowing
You
his
can't
head
handle this. You're not man enough.
up. Something gets in your head.
I'd have pulled you over as well.
I would have pulled you off.
Big promise.
Do people still email you asking for advice? Is the have a word bit of have a word still a thing?
Yeah.
You what?
Is the have a word bit of have a word still a thing?
I mean, if you want to do one, we can do one.
Let's do one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm in the mood.
Freddie wants to give some awful advice, I think.
Freddy's.
Yeah.
Hang on. Do you want to do advice or do you want to do a have a word?
I don't understand what the difference between those two things is.
All right, cool. Well, we're going to do some advice then.
difference.
Here's an example. Help me. Me nan keeps robbing me money. Advise on what I should do. Or have a word. Me nan keeps robbing me money. Have a word.
Tell her
Yeah, I
stop
can,
it.
Do you know what? Now that Freddie said it out loud, I can see the issue with it. We're going to do some have a words.
Imagine if the patrons just started falling off now. Hey, wait a minute.
It's a lie.
We're going to do some recently rebranded have a words. This is from Jamie. He says, "Hi lids, need some serious family advice." Or to have a word. Basically, my dear old grandma passed away recently and left me in her will her holiday home in Cyprus. Only problem is,
Fucking Tory.
only problem is, my mum was a signatory on the property ownership and is pressuring me to give her the property as it's the right thing to do. My mum and her mum had a very hit and miss relationship, and obviously my grandma put the property in my name during one of their falling outs. But the property is worth about 150 grand and could give me a huge head start in life. Do I give the property to my mum, which is probably the right thing to do considering the amount of money she's put into it when my grandma was alive, or do I sell it and ignore my mum's wishes since it's her fault that my grandma put it in my name in the first place? Any help with this, loves? Lids. Any help with this, loves? If you could have a word, that would be great. And I definitely wrote that. It was from Jamie.
Tough tits.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
This mum sounds like a knobhead.
Yeah.
yeah, your mum's a knobber, mate.
Big cunt.
Check
Yeah.
out Granny getting fucking railed in her little Cyprus sex house. Dirty bitch.
Just tell your mum now.
What,
Say
sorry?
it's full of pictures of her pussy. And she'll go on it.
So if she's the signatory, then what else has been left in the
Carl,
will?
hang on, Freddie. Carl, you're just having a yellow card for several pig cunts. Like, there's no pictures of your pussy.
Oh, it's just an accumulation.
Yeah. There's been a few niggles.
Go on.
So the signatory, what else was left in the will? Because if you're keeping hold of this house, but there's loads of other cool shit, then your mum's gonna go, well, fuck you. You're not having the
Freddie, great. I'm glad because there's a second part. Also, there's a treasure map. God, I should have read that the first time. There's some hidden treasure on a map, so that is an interesting point. What else has been left? Oh,
Enjoy that
a
house.
lamp with a genie in it.
Some doubloons.
No, but it's not like you go, hi, this is my will, a single house in Cyprus, is it?
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, of course you can. What are you on about? You can leave a property to someone in your will.
Sure,
but not only the
but
property.
that's not going to be the only thing that a will is consisted of. A singular house, not in this country.
No,
Surely she
that's-
probably owns her own house. Is he going to get cut out of that?
No, hang on. So, from what I've got, basically, the inheritance from his grandma is the house in Cyprus
I feel like
worth
that's the-
150 grand.
That's the juiciest one. That's the juiciest apple in it.
I think what it is
Carl.
that her inheritance comprises of many things that are going to be split equally, but his granny has gifted him the house in Cyprus.
So,
and I'm
mum's
assuming
getting loads of other stuff.
But I'm assuming that mum wants to go, hey, look, come on, the right thing to do is to put the house into this pot. And you know what, to be fair, she's actually right.
Oh.
Because he can't expect a split of the pot and his own house.
I
You
think
get
you're
one or
making
the
up
other.
a split of the
No,
pot.
there's no split
Hang
of the
hang
pot.
on. You've made up this split of the pot.
Yeah.
He said,
Okay.
in the will, my nana has left her holiday home in Cyprus to me. If that's the case, and he's not getting a percentage of the rest of the estate, I'd be a bit defensive about, like, if that's the only thing she's leaving. By the way, grandma's a shithouse. She is causing mayhem. She's like, I know I'll fuck everyone up. If you leave only one thing and it's the holiday home, it's going to cause murders. But if mum's getting the rest of the estate,
Yeah.
I think this guy's got to dig his heels in a bit and be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
If mum's getting the rest of the estate, if she's keeping the estate for herself, then the guy should keep the property, fine. But he's not allowed to ask for a split of the rest
No,
of the
you
estate.
don't get
if
a
he's only
split. He has been left the house.
Yeah.
That is his.
Sure.
And then it's not like, and everyone else gets a split. His only claim to where the estate is the house. That's
But
it.
her as the signatory, she might have plans to equally split and apportion the estate.
it doesn't fucking sound like it.
It's not
No,
going to
it
be
doesn't, does
150
it?
It
G's.
sounds
either.
like she's like, fuck off. That's my house. And she talks like that.
Rent it to her if she wants it that much.
Oh, what a baller move.
You can have it. $2,000 a month.
I don't know, though. It's your mum, innit?
Yeah, but she
Would
sounds
it
like a
not-
knobhead.
Would you not want to just keep things sweet?
Yeah, I keep it sweet while I was in Cyprus. Keep it sweet over the
Mum,
phone.
you can come up to 3 weeks of the year. You pick 2 in Easter, 1 in June. Lots of love from Cyprus.
To the voicemail.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't get you. You're still working. You know why? Because you've not inherited a fucking house. You miserable bitch.
I'd
Bye-bye.
be selling it straight away. I can't think of anything. Well, I can't think of many things worse than a house in Cyprus. But I think like the house being in Cyprus is a no-no
I'd
for
sell
me.
it before she
like
was
Cyprus
cold.
just sounds shit.
It's
Do you know
not.
what I
It's
mean?
great. It's really.
Is it?
Oh, the food's fucking great. The weather's really good. The Turks
Is
are in
it?
a different part of the island. It's so good. I just assumed it was the Greek side.
Yeah, it's not in Turkey.
You what?
What are you talking about?
Northern Cyprus is Turkish.
No, but it's not in Turkey, is it?
Is it? Yeah, but it's Turkish on.
Cyprus. It's
Yeah,
not-
half
I
of
thought
it
it was
is.
Greek.
What?
It's Greek, isn't
The
it?
southern part is.
Ask Peter Andre, he knows.
Hang on. Isn't there?
What?
Isn't there right?
Famous Cypriot.
Isn't there a half Turkish? Half of Cyprus
Yeah,
is
yeah, I
Turkish.
think so. Half-
Thanks, Harry.
Half Welsh.
I don't know.
Sell it before she's cold.
I'm getting a
mate.
house in Turkey.
Get
That's
it
all I'm
gone.
thinking about. That's all I'm thinking about right now is the murder that's going to cause.
Hang on. Whose house are you getting in Turkey?
My dad's.
And not your brother and your sister?
There's 3 houses.
What? What's Poirot getting?
Nothing.
Oh yeah, they broke up, didn't they?
They did. They broke up. Like One Direction.
Finn, I hope you're happy here. Like, I didn't want to do your job appraisal on pod, but I hope you're happy here.
Yeah.
And I don't know what your dad's health is like, but I'd like to...
He's a smoker and a diabetic.
Superb. Patron special next 3 years from your new house in Cyprus.
Yeah, do it up like Grand Designs.
Yeah.
Can we have one now? He's not living in 3 of them, is he?
No, they're being rented out.
Fucking, he's greedy.
I've said it. I think it would make a phenomenal Patreon special.
Is it
Going back-
haunted?
No, Barry. It's not. He's still alive.
I've just thought of a Patreon special. Steve, I sit down.
Someone died in there.
Changing rooms.
My great nan died in
Ghost
one
Hunt
of
in
the houses.
Cyprus?
Go on.
I remember that's one of like, do you know, like your early core memories. I remember going to
Watching
see
your great aunt die. Yeah. Follow them.
I remember
Yeah,
going
he still remembers the Spider-Man tattoo.
She died upside down.
I just remember going.
Hey, by the way, Freddie, great production direction there to move us onto this. It's
Thank
worked
you.
out really well.
Thank you.
It's fine.
You remember your great aunt dying?
No, I don't. I didn't watch her die. I remember like they were like, "You go and see her now," because when we were little, we get ferried about all these people. We were exotic, so they'd be like, and you go and kiss the hand and all that shit.
And you remember it?
I remember being taken. She was called Nina. I think that's like great nan is Nina.
Isn't it Nonna as well?
I don't think that's Turkish.
That's on the Greek side of the answer.
She looked like, honestly, like Mother
Nana
Teresa.
Coco.
Like, yeah.
Nana Coco.
Remember me, although I have to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Elton John.
Like a little...
I'm still standing. Yeah.
You're lying down.
Shit, man. It's
you
not
kissed the
haunted
dead
though,
hand?
is it?
Huh?
Did you kiss her dead hand?
No.
Oh.
No, I've not kissed any dead hands. Yeah, so I'll be getting a property in Turkey. No,
Oh, that's so nice.
Sick.
Cool.
it's got aircon.
We're doing changing rooms, by the way. I've just
Great show.
written it down. We all get a room each.
In where?
Someone who lets us in their house.
Finn's house. Finn's new
We need
house.
a new bathroom.
I'll do that.
Yeah, cool.
You get a boss toilet.
Right, boys, let's call that a pod. It's been an absolute pleasure. Freddie Quinne, what have you plug in?
Listen to me podcast, Dead Men Talking. If you like dark humour and stuff, if you don't, then fucking avoid it at all costs. And chuck us a follow on Instagram, instagram.com / well, what am I doing?
Instagram.com.
It's
www.
It's,
Go on,
it's
go
at
on.
Freddy Quinne.
Laptop.
Freddy with a Y. QUIWW. I don't even fucking know. I don't know. Just follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to go on
Quill.
tour next year, so that'd be fucking great, wouldn't it?
Barry, the Warriors pod.
Go at the Warriors pod if you certainly not dark humor. It's a lot more reserved and gentle and fucking fretful and anxiety filled.
Yeah.
Usually the opposite of each other in their podcast world, I think.
Yeah. Yous are like balls out, and we're just like,
Yeah.
oh god, that's so. I hope that doesn't upset.
We've tried to
someone.
get Haley on so many times,
do
and
it,
she's
she
like,
wouldn't do
not on your fucking life. No chance. Which is a shame.
And there's us just, in the middle.
in the middle lane.
The Blairs of this world.
Tony and Sheree.
It's been an absolute pleasure, ladies and gents. Adam is back next week, and we've got some music to see us out. Not on the YouTube, just on the audio.
We have a band from Scotland called The West Order, and this is their tune, Girl Without a Name.
Nice. Go and check them out. Thanks for every time, Carl. Appreciate it. See you soon.